All right. Let me send the link out for anybody that wants to join. All right. Mute myself for a second. Who the heck am I? I know, right? I'm Clark Kent. What's up, Pistol? How you doing, bro? What's good, everybody? I'm trying to get the link so I can post it for people who want to hop on, but damn, it's been a minute since I used the StreamYard. It's been about a week, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so I see this. You just upload a video? All right, dope. I'll check it out. I'll have to check it out after I do my stream, Pistol. But, yo, man, solid pickups, dude. Shout outs to your Lakers, bro, for making some freaking moves, bro, during this this free agency, dude. I'm actually jealous of your guys' squad, man. So, all right, guys. It looks like I'm able to put the link up. So if you guys are in here, there's 8 people here. Shout outs to the 8 people that are tuning in. It's my very first, well, not first, but this is my live stream that I want to start doing every Wednesdays. So, yo, what's up? Akmal, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in, brother. Yo, what up, Benjamin? What up? Okay, so let's get a guest on here real quick. We got a Pistol to the 2-1-3 up in here.
What's up, Rez?
What's up, man?
Yo, breaking news. My Raiders just picked up Gerald McCoy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I basically uploaded my reaction. So check this out, dude. I just realized something. This is like 3-4 days in a row I've uploaded a video, man. I almost want to push my content even further. You know what I mean?
Do it, man.
Oh, I'm rocking a Max Crosby.
There you
I
go.
don't know if that question was for me or you.
Well, either way, rocking the LeBron, the Lakers LeBron. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, dude, shout outs to your Lake Show, bro. You guys are making some serious moves, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Are we running a dream team or a retirement home? That's the main question everybody's asking, bro.
The crazy thing about it is that you guys are like not. Those guys are not that much older than me, man. So making me feel old, dude. Because
what up, POB?
Pistol. What's up with your Dodgers, man?
I don't know, man. Yo, you guys lost the freaking D-backs, and we can't even take advantage of that golden ticket. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Giants are surprising the hell out of me, dude. I was expecting a lot less from them, but damn, dude. Shout outs to my Giants. Salute.
Yeah, I'm rocking my around the house jersey today. I know I said in your previous stream I was boycotting swingmans and replica joints for right now, but I'm talking NBA.
Right on. Yeah.
Because it's disappointing, bro, because the NBA authentics are slowly starting to become extinct, and I hope not.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of something that I wanted to talk about in this live stream here, man. I kind of wanted to talk about just like the thoughts on the Jersey game today, and basically just the overall community of Jersey heads here on YouTube.
Yeah.
So obviously you and I, you know, we both are part of most of the same groups on Facebook where we converse as Jersey heads, but here on YouTube we also have our own channels. So Pistol, I mean, if you can, man, let the audience know like what your channel is about and where you're like based out of and stuff.
Well, I'm basically part of 2 different communities. One being the NFL trash talking circle, where we talk smack about everybody's teams and whatnot. But and then I also I started this channel doing jersey reviews and stuff like that, such as yourself. And I got introduced to the jersey community through YouTube, and that's what I started watching jersey videos and whatnot, and seeing all the information needed to know about them, because we're here to help. A lot of people think we brag about our stuff when we pick it up and everything, but no, we're actually here to help you to know what you're about to buy.
Sure.
Because I got accused of showing off in one of the panels. I'm like, no, dude, that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm informing you.
Right. Yeah, you know, it's hard for people to really understand. Like, I feel like with a lot of people, they can't accept constructive criticism. Like, for instance, like fake jerseys, we obviously can tell.
Right, exactly. And about 90% of the population rocks fakes. You see it all the time when you go to a game and go to a bar and watch the game. You already know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man, because you know, for us being like veterans of this whole community in this game here, dude, like we know like a lot of Mitchell and Ness and just even like other manufacturing sports companies, like we know the product like front and back. So it's something that doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, it takes time. It took us time through trial and error because I bought fakes in my lifetime. I'm sure you have
Oh
too.
yeah, of course.
You know,
you already know I have one.
yeah.
Yes, you've been trying to get that off me because you wanted to do a comparison.
Right. I mean, it's tough, man, because I did a video about a month ago of like that little game show thing I did of like legit checking jerseys, and believe it or not,
Jacob, tap that link, bro. I mean, he was asking if he could come in.
Jerseys,
I mean,
and
what up, fellas?
What's up?
Yeah, tap
Welcome,
link, bro. I mean, he was
So,
asking
one
if he could
sec
come
here. I
in.
might have to mute here.
Yeah,
How do I do that on here?
What's up? You want to mute your YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll mute that here. Just give me 1 sec. How do I do that on here? All right. You hear me?
A lot better.
All right.
Loud and clear.
All righty, fellas.
What's up, man?
What up? That's the
Not
veteran
much
right
to talk
there.
to
The
my
one that
latest
started it all.
pickup.
Right on. Salute, bro. I love it. Jersey Heads United on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, man?
Sure.
Well, in fact, actually, Rez, going back, you're actually one of the first YouTubers I really kind of followed way back in the day.
Salute, man.
And then when you kind of took off for a little bit there and then came back, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was gone for a while, man. Like I'd say about like 6-7 years from the Jersey game. And then when I came back to YouTube, I didn't initially start doing Jersey videos again until around like COVID. That's when once the pandemic hit, you know, I really missed it.
I think that's what brought everybody back, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
because we're locked in our house, bro. I mean, what else is there to do?
Right. So
I know I kind of spent a little more than I would have liked to admit, but it happens, I guess.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because I would have never gotten back into the game, I think, if it hadn't been for COVID.
Well, you were starting to before this hit because the 2019 Black Friday sale. You was talking to me about getting some stuff through Mitchell and Ness and everything else, and you said you were starting to feel the groove of getting back.
Right. Yeah, you know, and when I got back into it, man, I mean, like I was still buying jerseys like from here and there, but I wasn't like really paying attention to like what was really happening with the jerseys. Like no joke. When I bought when Kevin Durant left Golden State, right? All his jerseys literally went on clearance here. So I started going to like all my local malls and fans and stuff, and I would buy, you know, the Swingman jerseys, but I couldn't really wrap my head around what was going on with them. And I was like, why do these feel lighter? Why do they fit like really like slim? And I started to get back into it and started like really understanding, damn, they took out the stitching. Damn, they heat applied the graphics. Damn, like It's more of a fitted,
that's
and as a bigger guy, I mean, it's kind of difficult to, especially with these Nikes, like like the Nike replicas and like the
dude, with the
limiteds and stuff.
With the new stuff, bro. Because here's the thing: I'm a XL in the old Reebok NFL jerseys.
Same pistol, same.
So it's not that we're getting chunky per se, but the quality of the jerseys is getting tidier and snuggier, which is a very big downfall. But
I mean,
all you gotta do is go like a size or two up, and you're good. But again, it's just a matter of preference. Like I like my stuff a little big and roomy.
Same.
Yeah. So anyways, like why don't we start off with this? So the conversations, I had a couple of topics in mind, but the main one that I wanted to talk about is just the thoughts of the jersey game today. So I'm going to share my thoughts, and then we could kind of go in a circle and just kind of describe how we feel about it. So obviously you guys have already kind of touched on the subject matter. But so for me personally, I think the jersey game right now has really extended its audience. Like, what I mean is, like, I'm going to use Mitchell & Ness, for example, because they are pretty much like the cream of the crop when it comes to making throwback jerseys. There's other brands out there that do, their own type, like Ebbetsfield. They do a lot of the flannels and stuff like that. But specifically, I'm going to focus on Mitchell & Ness because they have really expanded their jersey styles and designs. I don't care what you say. You could disagree with it all you want. But, I mean, we have the Legacy line now. We have the they got the Swingman line now. They have like the picnic table jerseys. They have the floral jerseys. They have the Thunder
the Good Burger jersey.
Yeah, and then the most recent one, like that really went viral, was during
Christmas
the finals.
tree.
Yeah, you had the Milwaukee Bucks, like the flames, on the jersey, and I think it was like the Ray Allen Bucks with the flames on the bottom. Like, a lot of people I know hate them, but a lot of people that I know love them.
Bro, they sell like hotcakes.
It does. And you know what? Like, I can't knock a brand for doing stuff like that if people are going to buy it. Because ultimately
some of it is cool. I mean, cool looking, but the quality on the Mitchell & Ness basketball swingmans is terrible. Because, however, I like the Legacy line NFL replicas or whatever. I enjoy those because I only buy the Raiders jerseys anyways because it's a Raider jersey. It kind of looks identical to what they wore. But anyway, I think with the NBA swingmans, it goes down to quality. And those run really small from what I heard because I was going to give it a chance and buy one at my local mall. But I've seen some of your reviews that help me out of what to stay away from because you said that they don't even stitch it. It peels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all heat applied. So basically anything that you buy from the Swingman line currently from Mitchell & Ness will potentially fade and peel off. That's just how it is. Even if you take care of your jersey, at some point in time, the adhesive that they use on the jersey will eventually start to peel.
Remember the whole Randy Moss saga? Like, what was that, about a year ago? Where it seemed like everyone who got the white Randy Moss, Mitchell & Ness, had a problem with either like I can't remember. Was it like the number bleeding into the jersey, or was it like the number actually peeling off?
Are you talking about the authentic Randy Moss?
Yeah, the Randy Moss,
the Barney jersey.
So for the one that I had, because I bought one from Mitchell & Ness, I actually got it because it was on clearance, and what it looked like when I bought the authentic, by the way, but what it looked like was that on the sleeves, you know how they have that fabric with the purple and the gold, it looks like it almost looked like whoever constructed the jersey, whatever factory did it, they probably had the fabric laid out, they probably dyed it, and it probably didn't dry enough in time, and they just immediately attached it onto the jersey, folded the jersey, shipped it off in the bag, and then it was gone. Because what it looked like was that it was still wet. The paint,
yeah, it was still basically fresh. They freshly did it,
and it bled right onto the jersey fabric, which sucked because I took the jersey to the dry cleaners, and I was like, hopefully you guys could help me. Hopefully you guys could take it off, and they were able to remove some stains, but it's still there. But Fortunately,
yeah,
for me,
like I say, that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just saying I got my money back because I filed a claim with PayPal. Unfortunately, Mitchell and Ness never reached out to me. I tried to tag them on social media. I emailed them. I met, and I heard not a single word from them.
That's why I don't. As weird as it is, that's why I almost prefer going with more like the Reebok throwbacks or like the actual throwbacks versus the Mitchell and Ness ones, just because from everything that I've seen and like everything that I've heard, it's like, I mean, even compared to, because I have a couple of like Mitchell and Ness's in the collection, at least for like football jerseys and stuff like that, but it just like, I mean, even watching your videos or even watching yours, Pistol, you know, it's just like the quality of them for like what, because now they're averaging over what, like $300 each now?
A little bit more than that.
You're getting jerseys that are literally like peeling right before you even open the bag, you know, and they don't fit right. It's like, it's basically a grab bag on whether or not the damn jersey's even going to fit, you know, like even if it's the size you normally get. So that's
exactly.
That's why I prefer almost like just either going with the like the old gold stuff or just
yo.
What up, man?
What up, Throwback King?
What up, Throwback
King?
What up? What up? I'm here to support Rez, man. I just got in, saw the conversation, man. Shout out to Rez. Shout out to the panel and everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. Well,
other OG
for joining, man. You know, obviously, you know, I don't know if you saw the title of this stream, but kind of wanted to piggyback off your stream that you did earlier last week and kind of emphasize it a little more here on YouTube. You know, obviously, you know, your stance on the jersey game, I'm sure, has changed since when we first started doing videos on YouTube. So, like, what are your thoughts on everything right now? How its current state is?
As far as collectors, or as far as like the jerseys itself?
Just in general. I mean, we all know, like, well, most of us know about the quality, but like, what's your overall stance on just like overall game in general?
Oh man, yeah, go somebody else, man. I gotta think about this, man, because I already know I got lots of shit to say.
All right. Well,
because I could go either way as a collector or as just jersey game itself, where the jersey. I'll just say it, like, as far as Mitchell and Ness is obviously is the cream of the crop, and I believe we as consumers made it the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
and as you know, like I said, we're OGs and we've been in the jersey game. Obviously the fad from the early 2000s when it was at its highest peak, but when that shit died off, it died off, and what was left was Mitchell and Ness fans and sports fans. You know what I'm saying? So we're the ones that kind of kept it alive. You know, I'm saying, like, not just us, but I'm talking about just jersey heads in general that love the jersey game itself. And I believe without us, the Mitchell and Ness brand would be a dead brand, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they have to thank us or anything, but we're the enthusiasts of the jersey game. We're the one that kept that brand going and shit, and kept, obviously. Well, I heard earlier y'all was talking about the swingmans and all that shit, and I understand they got to make money, and people they're making it because the people are buying it. But
like I said earlier, they were selling like hotcakes. The funny designs that we make fun of and stuff, they sell like hotcakes, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because there's a lane for everything, man. There's a lane for everything. As people here in the panel, we're more purists. If anything, we'd rather have a classic uniform than a picnic table jersey, whatever. Like, that's just not our lane. If you're into that, you're into that. But I just feel like I don't want to make it a Mitchell and Ness thing.
No,
that's all we know is Mitchell and Ness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, my example I always use is Mitchell and Ness is like Madden, man. Like, they're the only people that have the rights to make NFL licensed games. Licensed video games, and they just killed off all the all the competition. So Mitchell and Ness, we just got to eat whatever they fucking come out with. You know what I'm saying? So you already know my stance. Personally, I took a stance against it. Like, I personally would never buy anything off the Mitchell and Ness site ever again, due to their bad customer service, and due to, like, you're right. It seems like they're catering to the slimmer people too. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but the store is not even gonna have 3XLs anymore and shit like that, which is crazy.
Serious?
Which is crazy to me. And they're gonna barely have 52s.
So yeah, like just kind of going to seeing the direction, because I've worked for companies. I mean, obviously not jersey companies, but I worked for companies who've kind of had the same like business model. Like what they started doing, they had loyal supporters, like customers that really. I'm going to use food, for example, because I worked with food for a long time, but I used to work for startup companies who would have like homemade, like mom and pop type food quality for customers. And, you know, a lot of customers will be like, oh, I love your guys' food. I love the way that you guys present it. And, you know, all this like backstory. I love the packaging. And then eventually we got to the point where we started to upscale quickly, and we just didn't have the resources to put in that amount of quality put into our dishes. So it started getting to the point where we just started generalizing everything. So like the soup started to just, we use like canned soup instead of actually making it from a pot. You know, we would start to get processed.
And there's a difference. There's a difference.
There's a difference. And we had a lot of people who did not want the product anymore from our older fan base, like customer base, because they didn't like the direction that it was going. But we continued to do it because it racked up more dollars, it racked up more money. So, you know, the analogy of it is just like with Mitchell and Ness, you know, and not even Mitchell and Ness, just Mitchell and Ness, but like Nike, for instance, like the quality of their jerseys today are nowhere near comparison to their stuff that they had like in the 2000s era. Like it's just point blank, dude. Like you could tell me that, you know, today's Nike Authentics are not like, you know, cheap as shit. You know, excuse my language, because they're very thin. Like it almost feels like they're gonna rip. Like if I were to play ball outside and let's say like I dived for a ball to save the ball, dude, that jersey would have been destroyed. Not to say that I'm gonna hoop in my jerseys, but it's like they'd be done.
I think.
Do you remember the first year that Nike took over the NBA?
Oh yeah,
every week somebody's jersey would get ripped.
Yeah. Luka Doncic just literally tore his jersey apart, bro. Like and
LeBron,
like not even
it's crazy, man. And you know, like it's also I get it from a business aspect. It makes sense to them because I think it's what will continue to drive. It basically, we passed on the torch. So like our customer base, like us as Jersey heads, like we're old school. Like we know what Mitchell and Ness was, and it got to the point where it wasn't working for them and they had to change their business model. So obviously, you know, you look at like the hype stuff, like you look at the Just Dons, you look at the picnic table jerseys, you look at the swingman lines, like a lot of people cannot justify spending $260 or $325, whatever the price mark was, for an authentic quality. They would rather go to the route where they pay a fraction of that retail mark and get lesser quality, because to them they can't appreciate it like we did.
I think an example like of what are they thinking? Like this is a big example. Like what are they thinking? Just a couple days ago, right now on pre-order, you can get a Hank Aaron special box jersey for $700, but yet they have the same jersey on the same site for $300. So you're telling me I'm paying $400 for the box? That's what you're telling me, because there's no difference. You know, if they would have made like a home away, whatever alternate jersey or something like that, that's really, or something really, really different that Mitchell and Ness have never done before, and maybe have them numbered in some way or somehow. Like, what are you thinking? Like, as a businessman, like if I know that, like, why am I spending $700? I'm buying the box. That's basically what I'm buying, is the box. When you have the same jersey on the same site for $300, and that's the stupid shit that I look at. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? What are they doing?
I'm willing to bet it didn't cost them that much to make the box.
I don't even care about the cost what they make, because the cost of these jerseys are ridiculous. Regardless, we're consumers at the end of the day, but we're not stupid. Like I'm sorry, like, but the thing is, am I dumb enough? If it was a Roberto Clemente, would I be dumb enough to do it? Because I'm a Roberto Clemente guy. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I wouldn't, if it was like the, you know, something they never done was the gray Roberto Clemente jersey with the
or
special
in my
box. I'm a
case,
sucker for
Kobe.
it. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
or for me, like a Randy Moss or like any sort of major Vikings, player. It's just like, especially when I can go on like eBay and stuff like that. If I know what, especially, since I know what I'm looking for and I can find, okay, some point, this right here retails for what, 150 on like NFL Shop and places like that. I got this for like $30 on eBay. So it's just like, if you know what you're doing, you know what you're looking for and all that stuff. And it's just inflation is a pain.
The consensus of it, from what I'm hearing, is that we all have certain players that we would actually dish out the money, whatever price mark they decide to put it at. We would dish out the money if it was within our best interest to buy it. So everybody,
but it comes back to the monopoly thing. Where else are you going to get a Kobe Bryant jersey? Where else are you going to, besides the things that we know as jersey heads, as the custom route and all stuff like that. But as an authentic NBA jersey, you're gonna get screwed regardless. Mitchell and Ness is like, where else are you gonna get it? You're gonna pay whatever you want. I could make a special Kobe Bryant box, a regular box with an 8 and a 24 on it, slap $700 on it. You're gonna buy it, and you're gonna look at us, bend over really quick and just enter your card number, because you're gonna buy it. Because where else are you gonna get it? That's what I'm saying. That's when it comes down to, like, the custom route and other companies that don't have the rights to make these jerseys. So we're stuck as consumers, as jersey heads. We have to buy these Mitchell and Ness products.
People that are going to buy like 4 or 5 of them and resell it on eBay. So
that's a whole different game.
That's right.
Game. My thing is like Mitchell and Ness can do that, because like, where else are you going to get a Jordan jersey? Where else are you going to get a Rodman jersey? And the thing is, they have no competition. So they can just do whatever they want and they throw shit out the wall, and whatever sticks, it sticks. And like I said, like Madden, before Madden, we had NFL 2K, and they were moving numbers. People were buying NFL 2K, and they were like,
if Rivalry Sportswear kicks off and he gets enough knowledge, bro, Mitchell and Ness is in trouble for business.
But the thing is when it comes down to it, we know Mac and stuff, but when it comes down to it, the NBA can sue them if they wanted to. If he starts making big numbers, they can be like, "Yo, you don't have the license to make these logos."
There'd be like a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, definitely be that. Like, I'm talking about like a legit, like, you have the rights to make these. You have the permission of
that. That's
of
what I mean. If he filed for rights and paperwork and stuff like that, he'd be popping.
The thing is, the NBA is not going to benefit from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to money talks. Mitchell and Ness is like, "Yo, look at our numbers. We move number, and we're a brand." They're selling the Mitchell and Ness brand. Sometimes you think, if you have 2 different hats, you have this hat and another hat, you put a Mitchell and Ness brand on it, kind of like Jordans, like, you know what I'm saying, like, or Yeezys, whatever. You have this fake ass sneakers with no branding on it, but you put a Jumpman logo on it, it'll sell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one of the things I want to ask you guys here, shout outs to everybody that's tuning in, by the way, all the 11 subscribers, followers, whatever. If you guys want to tap in and share your thoughts, and
hit that like button, man.
Join
it's
in.
Free.
It's free. You don't need to have a StreamYard account. All you gotta do is just come in, click the link, or type in the link, and we're just talking about jerseys, man. We're talking about the thoughts on the jersey game today, and a couple of other things that we are going to be digging into in this live. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask you guys was just like, overall, like, aside from like Mitchell and Ness, like, just the overall jerseys today, like, what is your guys' like scope on it now? Like, in terms of fit, looks, pricing, just all the athletes now are wearing different types of style jerseys. So like, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
Well, for me, it's like, as a guy that kind of collects more, especially like the newer stuff, more along the lines of like the replicas or the swingmen and stuff like that. It's just, it is what it is. It's very, I don't know. It's like, especially because recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed this too, but on the NFL Shop and places like that, they've jumped the game jerseys for Nike up to $120. Like
I said earlier, they added $20 to each jersey almost, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's like, well, to be fair, I don't have one of the new $120 jerseys, whether it's the same thing as when they're $100 or whatever, I don't know. But, It's just like, because for that price, it's just like, I don't know. It's almost like they're trying to get people away from buying like the swingman or like the lower level and trying to get them to buy authentic. But then at the same time, though, it's like they keep jacking the prices up on everything. Why, everyone goes to the fakes, because again, it's literally what, a fifth, a tenth of the cost in some cases. But it's just like, I don't know. I mean, for me, like I say, thanks to like, case in point, thanks to you, Throwback King, Rez, and those guys for being able to because when I first got into the Jersey game here about 10 years ago, you're the ones that kind of helped me sort of look for stuff and things like that, where it's just like, now I can go on like eBay or places like this and find, jerseys like this, which are like $150 jerseys, get it for like 30, 40 bucks, might have a few flaws here and there, but it's just like, the problem is it's like it just seems like you're paying more for less is the best way I can describe it. Yeah, you're paying a lot more for a lot less because, anyway, I'm done with my high horse on that one. It's just, it gets annoying because it's like, especially as a guy that, works a lot for his pay and stuff like that, and I will probably have to dip here in a little bit because I do have to go to work here soon, but it's just like,
Yeah. The thing about that, Benjamin, is I think these people, the ones that don't really know their jerseys, legitimately think they are real jerseys.
Yeah.
The ones that are buying fakes.
And I'm also really cool with walking around in like a Nike game jersey or stuff like that, just because, again, for me, as a bigger guy, with I don't know what the new Vapor Elites are like, but I know I have a couple of the older Nike Elites. They just fit so weird and they feel kind of weird.
Yeah, the Vapor Elites are designed to make it look like you could wear pads under it. Like they try to make it as realistic as they possibly can.
Right.
Well, to answer your question, as far as the how the Jersey game is today, I feel like everything goes full circle. Like we had our run in the 2000s, I believe, like 3 or 4 years ago, it kind of started peaking back, with different styles, with a slimmer look style, and the Jersey game like almost started peaking back, and then the retro stuff started coming back. People started wearing the old champion replica jerseys. Which was still a fashion thing today, and those actually, they kind of became like the snapbacks of the Jersey game because people want to wear like the stuff that we grew up with, which I was caught up in that too, which I have a bunch of stuff like that. But as far as a fashion thing, I don't see, like, sportswear is always going to be a thing no matter what. I feel like as long as there's sports fans out there, there's gonna be people wearing jerseys. But as far as it being like mainstream and back like it was, like you see the rappers or entertainers and being in music videos all the time, I don't see that happening. But like I said, everything goes full circle. Once again, the Jersey game will come back, and that's the thing that the people in this panel never left the Jersey game. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, as far as the fashion trends, like everything comes full circle, and I think right now is not as high as it was like probably maybe like 3 years ago. And I just think I'm bringing it back to Mitchell and Ness. I think they're trying to match with whatever's trendy that's going on, like giving rappers their own collabs and matching jerseys like with sneaker releases and stuff like that. So people want to get that matching jersey with the matching sneakers and stuff like that. So, and this dude, he getting highlighted, man. So shout out to Matt.
Gotta shout out the homies, man. What's up?
What's up, everybody? What's up, man? Yeah, I had to jump on, man, because this is a topic I find kind of interesting and I like have some opinions on. So for me, there's a few things like with current jerseys in the retail marketplace today. It's tough because the authentic versions, there's I think for people that don't know jerseys as well or haven't been in some of the groups that we've been in, some of the nuance is lost on them a bit. So they don't understand why a jersey is priced at a certain price point. Whereas we have a little bit more knowledge. We can actually understand the details that make up a jersey that costs a little bit more. And you see it even, there's a guy that helps me with the stuff that I do. and he's always been really interested in jerseys, but he's never been like a huge collector. And he recently got like his first authentic, and he was blown away by the difference like in his hands, you know, when he actually got the jersey. And he's like, dude, I don't know how I can go back to a swingman after getting this. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how it goes, man. Like, once you get an authentic and you know what it's all about, it's tough to go backwards. So that's one thought. And then the other thing is, like, I do somewhat take issue sometimes when people equate quality with like the weight of the actual garments, because especially with current authentics, with like the Nike Vapor Elites and even the NBA jerseys, like their main goal in making the garments is to make it player friendly. Like they want to try to make it as usable for the players as possible. So like it doesn't make sense, just like they wouldn't make a flannel baseball jersey and give it to Mike Trout. Like they're not going to make, you know, like a porthole mesh jersey and give it to, you know, Tom Brady. Like they're going to continue to advance, try to make stuff lighter and more durable. Obviously they ran into some hiccups with the first NBA jerseys, but they've kind of figured them out a little bit.
But where do you draw the line between, okay, the on-field stuff, which makes sense, into like fan apparel?
Well, that's the thing. If you're buying an authentic jersey, you should really get as close to what the players are wearing as possible.
But as far as the fit, like, you know what I'm talking about, like NFL game issue jerseys fit way different from the retail stuff because it's slimmer. I feel like
they got to have too much.
We all don't have athletic bodies like LeBron James.
Yeah,
no, I get that, but you can still get a size 58 or 60 NBA jersey and it fits like a 56.
Right,
like,
it does.
You know, you just have to try it out and like get measurements and figure out like what size you are.
Would you still want the same technology that is worn on the field?
If I'm paying that much, hell yeah.
Definitely be paying that much.
Yeah,
especially with
at least make it look
when
like
I spend like $325 if I can get a coupon or whatever on one of the Nike Elites, like I only buy like maybe 2 or 3 of those a year. Like it's kind of something I do to get pumped up for the season. I pick a couple players on the Patriots and I buy their home and away. Yeah. It's kind of cool. It like gets me into the season. It gives me a little variety to wear during the season. And it's like, you know, instead of going to 2 games, like that's what I do. And I like that quality. You know, when I get those jerseys in and it's got the cuff sleeves, like I know Rez kind of feels the same way. Some people don't like the sleeves like that, but to me, it gives me a little bit more like, oh yeah, this is like a higher quality product. This is like actually pretty close to what they wear on the field. And I like that. You know, the only thing that's weird about it is your sleeves hang out at the bottom. Yeah. But
do you think the style of the jersey should determine the price? Like what you were saying, like to me, something like the plainest jersey you could probably think of is probably like an away Browns jersey, just for example. It's just a white jersey I'm talking about a Giants jersey, the white and red ones. It's just red numbers, two red stripes.
Even your Raiders, right?
Yeah, my Raiders. That's a prime example. The Raiders jerseys should be the cheapest jerseys available because they're so plain, they're so simple, there's nothing to it. But that jersey is the same price as something like the Rams jersey or something that has a lot of pizzazz and patches and logos on it. And to me, it's like there should be a price difference between a Raiders jersey or something that like a Patriots jersey that has a Patriots logo, the Patriots here. Yeah. It has more to it. It has dazzle twill, it has double stitching. But they're on the same level.
I agree with that.
And there's also one.
I think that's like a corporate thing, right? Like because if I'm making a jersey, like I'm gonna charge more for a Grizzlies jersey than I am for a Celtics jersey. You know, like definitely. But when you get into that corporate level, you know they're gonna have to like they have their catalogs with certain SKUs, and they're going to just price it at whatever that price is. Mitchell and Ness, obviously, we know didn't used to do that. They had different prices for stuff based on the construction. But I think to expect like Nike to do that is, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, which is one thing that I never got to is like probably the craziest price differences I've ever seen is the MLB Nike authentic jerseys. Like, I mean, I've seen literally like case in point, even like with the Twins jerseys and stuff like that. I've seen them go anywhere from like just like a plain Jane one for about $180 to a customized one to as much as like almost $500.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The MLB
like,
jerseys.
why? What? Yeah. That always has baffled me. I mean, I've always been kind of interested to see what those are like, just because I have the old Flex Space ones. But
like so far the most expensive baseball jerseys I've seen on Fanatics are the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't know why. Maybe it is design.
I don't know.
Like I say, it's so crazy with like the wide variety of prices, because at least with like the NFL, it's around $325 or so. For NBA, it's what, about $200 or so?
Yeah,
and then for NHL, it's about
the NBA prices are perfect.
$180 or so. But it's just like in the MLB, it's anywhere from $180 to down near $450, $500.
Yeah, they raised a good $100 on these freaking baseball jerseys, bro.
Yeah, when Nike took over, they really bumped those up. Yeah. I mean, I remember when Majestic took over from Russell, and they went to like $220 to like $250. But like Albert was talking about, like they were broken up differently. Like you could get a Tigers jersey cheaper than you could get like a Braves jersey.
And like I say, that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So since we're on the topic of Nike jerseys, I don't know if you guys follow like up to date, but recently in the last few days, they've announced some new jerseys that are coming for the NBA season. So
yes.
I actually have a picture here of 3 of them that got unveiled. As you can see right there, it's the Celtics, the Warriors, and New York. So obviously, there's been a lot of speculation about whether or not Nike is going to release these in an authentic. I'm praying, because that's one of my favorite styles from the Warriors. Obviously, paying homage to like the Philadelphia Wilt Chamberlain days. But for me personally, see, this is another thing. If Nike decides to not release them in an authentic, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'll probably end up buying the Swingman. I don't want to, but if that's my only way of getting it, then that's what I'm going to settle for. And I'm not the only person that thinks like this.
Yeah, and I'm one of those guys too that almost kind of prefers going with, like, at least with the NFL jerseys, like the Nike NFL jerseys, I kind of almost prefer going with the game or the limiteds over the elites, just because, like I say, the fits and all that stuff are different. And I'm perfectly fine with, like, because I have a few Nike Swingmans in my closet and stuff like that, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, like I say, though, everyone has their, preferences and stuff like that.
Yeah, like with NBA, with some of the jerseys that they've released, like for instance, me and James King wanted the POB1 Fu as well. The blue Los Angeles, we were waiting for months for that authentic to come out, and months later it finally comes out, and come to find out it's only a Swingman. That's kind of disappointing, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I was distraught when they announced there was no authentics for that, and like I said, it was one thing that I was waiting for, like a Pistol said, for months, because that's one of my favorite all-time designs. And as soon as they came out, even just in Swingmans, they sold out immediately. And just imagine what they would do if they had authentics. Those would sell out more. They would make them more.
Especially the earned jerseys. That's when I combined with NBA Swingmans. I'm like, screw this. I'm done.
Yeah, the one thing I don't understand when it comes to Nike, you can make money over, like, why make for example, I know Mac is the Black Mamba LeBron jerseys. Right, why not mass produce that when you know?
Oh yeah, because
that thing will sell out. It sells out automatically. But
Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. I mean, you
but
name
why?
it.
No, I'm saying like that style with the the authentic style, that jersey alone, where you can make money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is like, luckily I'm not into buying current player jerseys. I'm not into it, because if I was into it, I'll be fucking going nuts. Because I feel like Nike is capitalizing on,
or even
like before we would get excited just to see one retro jersey a year from a team.
Right.
But now it's like they have so many levels of this shit now that they're just like pumping them shits out. So if they're pumping all these jersey out, that's why I kind of think they pick and choose what's going to be authentic, what's not going to be authentic.
Or it's even crazier about that too is it's like, well, yeah, basically. Or what's even crazier about that is, Rez, you could probably agree with me on this one, but like the NHL authentic jerseys, when Adidas took over, they seem to be like the hardest sons of guns to find. Like, case in point, when they did the reverse retro line this past year, I don't normally like to pay like retail for like a lot of jerseys, but if I do, it's for my team, like being a Minnesota sports fan and all that stuff. In fact, right here, I got this from Cool Hockey a couple of years ago, but it's like, I knew if I wouldn't have snatched it up, then good luck, because it's like they only had those in.
Get a closer look at that.
Yeah, because
let's get some jersey.
Well, like I said, right here, one sec here. This I got off of Cool Hockey a couple of years ago, but they had like a sale on that, and then here is the Minnesota Wild Reverse Retro.
It's fire.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really like what they did with the reverse retro line this year. I mean, it was awesome, but it's just like, it's just like, but Adidas and like the NHL, you can probably agree with me on this one, Rez. It's like, it's difficult to really, it always seems like that's how they really get you, is like the supply and demand. They don't make nearly enough of them, so that when people buy them, and it's like they buy multiples of them, they sell them for like twice, 3-4 times the amount. Because I've seen some of the reverse retros on eBay going for like $400 or $500.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, with hockey, like for me, it's one of those things. Hockey jerseys have never been cheap. I mean, unless you buy like a blank replica, the authentics are damn well near impossible to get. I mean, unless you have like a plug or somebody who is from Canada, because there's a lot of people who don't like the Adidas authentics. People were like, it's not a legit authentic compared to like the ones that are manufactured in Canada. I don't dabble too much with hockey jerseys. I mean, I try to, but I don't. My knowledge is very limited when it comes to like CCM authentics, to like what the players wear on the ice.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different thing. It's a totally different game. But I do agree that the availability of a lot of hockey authentics is limited. Like a lot of people will hit me up because I'm a San Jose Sharks fan. So like a lot of the jerseys that I get are obviously here. I live in San Jose, so it's more available to me than it is for like a Phoenix Coyotes jersey where Pistol would stay at, in Arizona. I'm sure it'd be more available over there. So it's one of those things where it's like, going back to what Throwback King was saying, like if Nike decided to make like the Black Mamba jerseys, like just kind of evenly spread out and constantly restocking them, they would sell like hotcakes. I'll tell you one thing, I would buy them.
They would.
And I'm not even a Lakers fan. I love the jersey.
And I'm not even a huge NBA fan, and I would snipe those up too.
Well, I think too, you have to look at the companies and their identities that are actually making the jerseys. Like we talked about Mitchell and Ness earlier. Like Mitchell and Ness now versus Mitchell and Ness in the late 90s, early 2000s, it's under different ownership. Like they basically have a financial firm running the company that's basically their main goal is to make it as profitable as possible. So, like Peter, he wasn't worried about that when he started Mitchell and Ness. He just wanted to make really cool shit that he liked, and it just turned out that other people liked it too. And, then things grew a lot bigger than he probably ever imagined. But now that's who they are. And then Rez, it all too well. And, anybody else who messes with sneakers, Albert, like that's Nike's making the jerseys now. Like we all know that they could make black and red Jordan 1s and release them every quarter and they could sell 50,000 units if they wanted to. Like,
yeah, that's another thing.
They don't do that, you know, because they want that somewhat era of exclusivity. And just one more point before I'll like pass the mic, but just so people know the background on that Mamba jersey, they actually customized them during the bubble off of blanks that they had when they first released the jerseys back. Like the first year they had the contract.
Yeah, so
that's
why they're so limited,
and there were only
right?
like
and they only made
there were only like 30 or 40 jerseys, I think.
Yeah, it was about 40 jerseys when they dropped it on Mamba Day.
Yeah,
and no, this is the frustrating part about it was that if you had signed with the Lakers website, they would send you an email saying, "Hey, we're releasing this on this day. Come pick it up or pre-order, whatever." I'm signed up with that email, and they never informed me. That's what pissed me off about it.
I didn't get it until like 2 days later, and it was already gone. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I found out through like message boards and stuff like that.
I did finally get the authentic Mamba jersey. Not the player I desired, but at least I have it.
Well, and that's a good option, right? So for anybody else that's watching this, like keep your eyes out for like a Brandon Ingram or I can't
Ball even.
Lonzo Ball,
Kyle Kuzma.
So I mean, those are options for anybody that may be watching. If you see one for a good price, snap it up, and you can always get it customized. Like those jerseys actually strip pretty well. So
I'm thinking about getting mine done. Either I'm turning it into an Anthony Davis because he actually hit a game-winning shot with that jersey. So that's dope.
And that's one thing that I do too a lot of times is like even with like my hockey jerseys or even NFL jerseys, I'm not afraid to go out there and, you know, go to the clearance section and buy a jersey of a player that's either no longer on the team or whatever, you know, for like $20-$30. And if you like, especially if it's like an authentic and you know, like where to like go and get it taken care of, you could very easily get it customized to whatever you want. Or even in my case, with like hockey jerseys especially or baseball jerseys, I'm not afraid to go with the blanks over like the pre-stitched or even the, because you can always get that stuff.
You'll never know what you can find out there. Like for instance, Jake, I remember about 5-6 years ago, you went to this random pawn shop and you found a Broncos jersey for like what, $4?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, right here. Here it is. My Made in USA John Elway. And that's not even the best one that I got for a steal. There's one that I made a video here on about 2 years ago. See if I can find it here real quick.
Damn, you got like a mountain of jerseys on your
wall. I'm an NFL guy, so that's my number one love, and then hockey's become my number two. But yeah, I got this Eddie George right here for literally $1.
Nice.
At a local thrift store in town here about 2 years ago. Size 52, everything.
Dude. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I started thrifting too, is because I was able to find deals everywhere, and I picked up a bunch of stuff for cents on the dollar.
Shout out to your puppy.
You got a new dog, Snacks, or what?
Oh,
you're muted, bro.
Oh,
it's my brother's dog. I'm dog sitting. His name is Enzo.
Nice.
You gonna get him a jersey?
Yeah, I'm dog sitting too, and I got 2 beasts over in the backyard right now. Hopefully they're not chasing birds or something like that.
Yeah.
So like I wanted to talk briefly about the Nike, the upcoming. I don't know what they're called. They're not called City Editions. They're called like 75th. What is it?
Oh, you mean the mashups?
The ones that I just showed, the Celtics and
the historic ones or whatever.
Yeah. So like I don't know if you guys follow, but like they're going to be releasing, and shout outs to you, POB, for sending me the DM on that. But I guess they're going to be using like it kind of looks like a crystallized NBA logo, Jerry West.
Yeah.
And I don't know if all teams are going to have them or if it's select teams, but it almost feels like what the NFL did in the '94 season when all teams have the diamond.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. It almost reminds me of the '94 75th anniversary patch that the NFL used.
There was a jersey that was leaked. Probably it's been a while. It's probably been like over a year, and it was a Suns jersey that had that diamond, different looking logo on the back, but it was a mashup jersey too. So it had like the fireball streak down the side panel. It had like the circle from like the 2000s era Suns jerseys, and it had the Western word mark on the front. So I've heard some people say that those could be this year's like city edition jerseys. And then I guess they're also going to have these historic jerseys. I'm not sure if it's just going to be those three teams or if they're going to roll out more. But I like both. I'm interested to see what the matchups look like. The Suns one, to me, I didn't love it. It looked kind of crazy. It looked like one of those uniform editors on 2K. But like, you know, the historic ones I love. I love the way they put the satin elements in that kind of call back to like the jerseys from the 50s and 60s. I think that's super dope. So, you know, and also in that trailer video, which was awesome, by the way, with the Back to the Future vibes. I love that. That was great Nike marketing right there. Or if it was done by the Warriors, shout out to them. But I also love, like, I saw in there was a jock tag, and it was kind of like, it didn't say swingman, it didn't say authentic. So I don't know, maybe there's hope that they come out in authentic, or maybe they'll do the deal that they do with some of the city editions, and they'll make them available in authentics like at the actual arena stores, which is something that I think is kind of cool. Like, I kind of like that hunt. Like, if you find out that there's a city edition jersey that's available at an arena store, of being able to like try to figure out like, yo, do I know somebody that lives near there?
Yeah.
Can I reach out to them and try to get them to hook me up? Like, or if you happen to be traveling through there, like call them up.
Yeah, that's the
old fashioned, you know, call them up and see if they'll send the shit to you. So I kind of
here's the thing. Like that. I live in the Phoenix area, so I couldn't even find you the Valley jerseys that the Suns wore last year.
I think
that's a high demand jersey.
The first couple weeks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did have it online when it first came out. I remember, because I thought about getting a Paul, but I passed on it. Kind of wish
I've never even seen them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They had Booker and Paul online, but Booker sold out in like a couple hours probably. So.
Alrighty, well, fellas, I'm gonna have to take off because I have to head to work here soon. But it'd be cool if you guys do this again. I might have to jump on if I'm free sometime. I love talking jerseys, and like I say, it's also so cool seeing a lot of like the jersey heads that I looked up to, like, and watched a lot of your guys' videos to kind of help me get going and all this stuff. And yeah, sure, I may not have a humongous channel on like YouTube and stuff like that, but I love sharing my collections. I love, you know, just showing all that stuff off, and love seeing your guys' stuff on like all the Facebook pages and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. So keep it up, fellas, and
appreciate you.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Shout out to Balta, man.
Yeah, shout outs to
shout out to Balta, fellow member of the nation.
You know, that's so for those of you guys who recently like subscribed to my channel, if you're new to subscribing to my channel, you know, a lot of these guys that you see in here with the chat with me, as well as, you know, going live with me, man, these are guys that I pretty much grew up with, man. And it's crazy because I've never met any of them in person. That's something we're all trying to eventually work out. But yeah, man, I mean, my point is, like, with the community, you know, that kind of ties in with the conversation I wanted to spark with the Jersey community on YouTube. So everybody that's in here that's live with me right now has a channel or had a channel, and we all do jersey. We all did jerseys at one point. You know, we might be doing other different things, but ultimately at the end of it is the community. And I still keep in touch. We have a very strong bond with each other here. But I mean, like, in terms of like expanding, you know, this community and growing, there's obviously a lot of newer jersey heads now on YouTube. And I mean, a lot of people are showing fakes. Some of them are showing real and fakes. They can't distinguish the real from from fakes, and we take a lot of pride of what we do, or of these genuine products that we put out. But like when you see like people who are getting like thousands, hundreds and thousands of views, and they're showing like fake counterfeit merchandise of like Mitchell & Ness or Nike or any brand whatsoever, like how do you guys feel about that?
Oh God, it makes my blood boil, especially when someone really truly honestly believes that what they really have is, a true on-field jersey.
It breaks my heart.
It gets to me.
I know people in real life that do that think it's real. It's like I just don't have the heart to tell them.
Well, as far as the community here on YouTube, yeah, it bothers me. Like I can't control. Like we was having this conversation the other day. Like it is what it is. I can't control what people post, and I'm not trying to, like, I'm saying they shouldn't be posting this. Don't support those people. Whatever, it is what it is. But at the end of the conversation that we had the other day about the same subject, I want to realize that we need to build up our channels and have our build up our subscribers and stuff like that, like what you're doing, Rez, and be that positive jersey head with all the information. And yes, I know it's frustrating when somebody, like I was using this example the other day, that somebody with 1 million subscribers goes to your page and says, "Oh, your jersey's fake because so and so with 1 million subscribers has a triple stitched, Doug Williams jersey when it's not even supposed to be double stitch, triple stitched, whatever." So it's one of those things, is like, as jersey heads, as people has been doing this for years, everybody here has been doing it for years, especially on YouTube. And, we all, life happens. We all came back and left and came back and left. And what we need is more consistency in the jersey community here on YouTube, which I need to step up myself. And, right now, like shout out to Mighty Fan. He's on here. And I always said he's been the most consistent jersey YouTuber here out of all of us. He's been doing it since day one consistently for years. And, Rez has been doing it. Mighty's done it. We all come and leave, but we never had that consistency. I can say it. Just building this jersey community, and we should be the example. And shout out to the Baltas, another jersey head that does YouTube videos, man. So I just feel like, instead of like me complaining about people making fake jersey videos, we should be more consistent making real videos and informing people, you know what I'm saying, and let people know like this jersey community is really tight, you know what I'm saying, as far as on YouTube. We always shout each other out, we also shout each other's pages. It's not a cutthroat community.
By the way, guys, real quick, somebody actually told me that Mitchell & Ness made an OJ Simpson authentic.
Oh, you hear about that? It came in a like a glove, like a big glove.
What about the knife?
It came. That was like a little keychain that came with it.
So I don't understand. Like, I get this all the time, dude, because I live in the Bay Area. So obviously, like, I see people rocking OJ Simpson, like Mitchell & Ness jerseys every single time, and then they'll ask me like, "Yo, do you have an OJ Simpson?" I was like, "No, I don't." They're like, "Oh, you should get one." I'm like, "I would if Mitchell Ness officially made one. I would."
Literally on their site, it says we do not make OJ Simpson jerseys. It literally says it on their site. I don't know if they still have it up there.
That's the only thing that's remained consistent the whole time. Is like they'll change a bunch of shit on their website, but they'll keep that banner that's like, "We do not make OJ."
You know what I'm talking about, Mighty, right?
You know what
I'm talking about, Mac, right? You've seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on their website now, but it used to be.
I remember it though. It used to be like in bold scrolling letters.
Yeah, we don't. They don't make. Back in the day, they said we don't make collegiate jerseys and we don't make OJ.
Yeah.
It specifically said OJ Simpson jerseys.
Yep.
You would have to go the Stalin Dean route and try to find his high school shit.
So like here, it's like here in the Bay Area, like when Mitchell & Ness had that big boom, like in the 2000s, the most faked Mitchell & Ness jerseys that I saw here, and also on eBay and stuff, were probably that OJ Simpson 49ers jersey and the white Rick Barry the city one that's like chain stitched. Like I got confused at one point. I thought Mitchell Ness made like a very limited run of that jersey.
I mean that jock tag looks dope though. It looks legit.
It's not.
I think all time. I think the most fake jerseys I've seen since collecting Mitchell Ness jerseys back in the day, it's got to be one Jordan jerseys. That's number one, hands down.
Yeah.
That's got to be all over the world. They got to be fake.
Yeah, the short sleeve Jim Brown jersey, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's always the fake. Oh my god, it's fucking horrible. Like if you know your history, like what the fuck?
Definitely Kobe.
Not Kobe. But back in the day, nobody was really faking Kobe jerseys like that. It was basically Michael Jordan, and they had that fucking Lance Allworth shit was always faked.
Yeah,
the white jersey was always faked.
The Moses Malone, the Spirits.
The Moses Malone Spirits of St. Louis. Oh yeah, that one got faked so much, man.
Yeah, I got.
That's a beautiful and every All-Star jersey, NBA jersey you can think of. All-Star jersey with the stars on the side, that everything's stitched on. That's got to be one of the most fake jerseys I've seen. The Mitchell Ness.
That's terrible.
That are fake, wrong. Especially that 96 Michael Jordan jersey
with like the chili pepper that looks like
chili pepper Michael Jordan jersey. That's so fake.
Yeah, dinner. It's like this big. It looks like a grenade.
Yeah.
So like what? So. Us as jersey heads, like obviously there's certain jersey heads, like there's like I feel like there's like jersey commandments, but like if you see a person like publicly just doing their thing outside in public by themselves and they just so happen to have like a god awful fake, would you call them out or would you just let them be on their way and then just go?
I ask them how it feels to support terrorism.
That's the extreme.
Well, I actually did that to a coworker one time, and it didn't go well. Like,
I bet.
Like he looked at me like, and I was like, "Well, technically, that's kind of what you're doing, just to let you know." And he was
personally, no, I wouldn't do that unless like I know the person, we're having a conversation. And they're like, yo, I got this Mitchell and Ness. I'm like, yo, unfortunately. But like going out my way to person, like, yo, you wear whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you come at me and say, yo, what's up with that? I'm like, yo, what's up with your jersey? That type of shit.
Right.
Like, for example, I was on a live like a month ago. I don't know, remember you was there a month ago. This guy says, oh, my jersey game is tight. My jersey game is this. My jersey game is that. So he started showing his jerseys. All his jerseys were fake.
What up, Sam?
What up, buddy?
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but I got a quick question. What actually, like, what do y'all consider a jersey head? Like, what do y'all consider a jersey head? I know there's levels to it, but like me in particular, I only collect my city gear stuff, so like it's all Houston gear.
That's how I am.
I don't jump to other teams or not. It's not nothing against them. It's just I love my city and I love my team sport, so I try to get a little bit of everything, so I want to know from y'all's aspect, what do y'all think about that? Like,
I mean, you're a hometown jersey head. That's what you are.
Yeah, man.
Because look,
appreciate.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
If you appreciate jerseys, like whether it's your own team or whether it's trying to get one of like every team in the league, or you're trying to get like vintage '90s champion jerseys, and that's your bag, like. It can be pretty much anything. I think as long as you have an appreciation for jerseys themselves, like you're a jersey head. You know what I mean? If you take that extra initiative to find out the differences between styles and all that stuff, then you know that's like getting the different belts in karate. You know, like you build.
I agree. Black belt. Yeah, I agree with Mac 100%. My thing too is you can have one jersey. As long as you have a love for it and you have a passion for it, bro, like you're a jersey head, man. Like it's one of those things like what Mac M Diddy's saying, there's different levels to it. People collect different. People collect gamers, people collect swingmans, people collect old replica jerseys and shit like that. So to me, like the jersey head, the jersey head is whatever you make in whatever lane you fall in, you know what I'm saying? But like if you come into a community like us right here and all you do is collect fakes and you're coming at me like, oh, my jersey collection is better than yours and you have a bunch of fakes, to me you're not a jersey head to me, because a jersey head to me, no matter what level you're in, you're knowledgeable in what you collect.
Bet.
Right.
Hey, quick review. So this here is my I guess you can say like when I graduated back in the day. They asked us to make a T-shirt for your graduation, right? And I don't know, out of many people, I came with the jersey, and this is my thing.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope.
Cool, man.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
So in 2003, this is what I wore the last day of school.
That's dope.
Nice. That's what's up.
Jersey head shit right there.
I don't know if that partakes in stuff like that, and kind of like dressing with this kind of clothes on back in the day.
Oh, the FUBU joint?
That's just, I don't know if, things of that nature is still considered, we used to have
I
this
consider
team
that
here.
more of fashion jerseys.
I don't even know why I own it.
Fashion jerseys are one of
Yeah,
my
I
favorites.
mean, I don't mind it.
That's dope.
Oh, that's sweet right there.
See, I don't even know much about Canadian jerseys or whatnot, but I went to a Arrows game way back in the day and bought it right off the rack, man. Like almost $500 right here.
Oh,
Nice.
That's what's up.
Yo,
Look,
shout out
it's
to
like
all the
pays homage
fans in here, man.
to,
Really appreciate it.
thanks, man.
Yeah. I think just to kind of add my ingredients to this pot right here, I think a jersey head really is just somebody who has a passion for jerseys, really. It doesn't matter if you collect basketball jerseys only, or it doesn't matter if you collect hockey or football or baseball or just your teams. I think really it's just the love of, first I think you got to be a sports fan first to be a jersey head. I think. I know there's people out there who don't really care so much for like the players. It's more so like of just the overall aesthetic of a jersey, because obviously it's very trendy. Jerseys look very trendy. They're very fashionable. But ultimately, I think it's just somebody who just really appreciates the overall like aesthetic and culture of it. I think is what a jersey is. So
yeah, to me, a jersey head is for the love of the jerseys, and I'm definitely a jersey head because about 85% of the time or the week I'm rocking a jersey. So I consider myself a jersey head, even though I stick to my teams. Very solemnly will I collect a different team. Very rarely.
Show us your Warriors jersey. Come on, we know you got a Warriors jersey.
Bro, I love jerseys, bro.
Oh, nice.
So like, are any of you guys like looking for something right now? Like, what do you guys have on your radar in terms of jersey bits?
Oh man, how much time do you got? Because I have a whole notebook full of stuff. If you guys want to check that out.
Well, let's get your top three. You can narrow it down.
Top three, narrow it down.
Yeah, any era, any brand, just whatever you don't have in your collection currently.
Okay, I'll start off. For first on top of the list, Mitchell & Ness, or hopefully Rivalry Sportswear, Mac, Hakeem Olajuwon, Houston Rockets red.
Oh, anytime you let me know, man. That's been, that's no problem at all.
Gotcha.
Like a Mighty fan calls you the Candy Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Second on my list. Second on my list. It's kind of, even though it's an odd one, it's me personally. I like that. Like the one you got right there, my man. That's one I need. Second one, just personally for me, a Yankees Alex Rodriguez authentic, majestic.
Yeah.
Because I was a big A-Rod fan, when I was younger, and yeah, man, he's still one of my guys. I love A-Rod.
So far, all your jerseys are doable, man.
Yeah, very doable.
You can find those anywhere.
I know. But however, the third one is a more difficult one. Third one on my list, a Brian Dawkins authentic black jersey. No, not the Mitchell & Ness, the Reebok authentic. I can't find that anywhere.
Yeah. POB, you already know what jersey I'm trying to look for as far as Raiders go.
Oh yeah. Every time we talk, you mention it.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And
Hey,
every time I watch the old George Lopez TV shows, he's rocking some cool jerseys in that show. I'm like, damn, that's a dope jersey. That's how you know you're a jersey head too, when you're paying attention to what jersey anybody's wearing on the TV show. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like for me, man, I think currently like it's the possibilities right now, they seem like endless. But one thing that I told Snacks and a couple of you guys is that my kind of scope right now for getting jerseys, I'm looking for players from like the 90s to the 2000s era.
Yeah.
So like obviously like Melo, now that he's with the Lakers, like I've been trying to get his rookie Nuggets joints.
Same here.
And really trying to find some D Wade stuff from his Miami Heat, like Reebok days.
Hey, Rez, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I gotta go. I got the kids waiting for me.
All right,
I just
Sam.
wanted to
Hey,
fall
man,
in and tap in.
Thanks
It's nice meeting you,
Appreciate
Sam.
y'all, brother.
I
Hope you're
appreciate
good,
you,
man.
man. Subscribing. Yeah, dude. Thank you, man, and take care, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, later.
So yeah. Basically, I'm looking for some D Wade stuff, and then also like I really would like to get me like, oh man, I don't know where to begin, but like I've been trying to start a LaDainian Tomlinson collection, but jerseys are like, they seem like I only see the powder blue ones pop up from time to time, but I don't really see.
Yeah, there's a powder blue jersey right now up there for like 34. But you told me you had that already.
Yeah, no, I have that one already. Big John, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all
What's
doing?
good, man?
What's going on,
Great
man?
about you, man.
Man, I'm doing good. I started to hop in for a bit, man.
Oh yeah, the more the merrier, bro. What's up, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I heard you talk about that powder blue LT, man.
Yeah. Those are some players and jerseys that have been on my list. But yeah, let me highlight some of these comments real quick. You might want to be a jersey head if you wear a jersey while in the shower. That's Bernard King jersey in an episode of X-Files. That's what's up. Get out of here at Costco with my girl. Speaking of D Wade, has Mitchell Ness ever produced a Wade? Whoa, look at that photo. D Wade. Jersey Forest, long overdue. Yeah, you know what? Mitchell Ness, I don't think ever made a D Wade, not even in the Swingmans. I think it's too early.
They did a tribute.
They did like a tribute, like champion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the white one, right?
Like a swingman thing. I don't know what like.
It was like the old throwback style, like the hardwood classic, like from the '90s, but it had like patches on it and stuff. Like,
yeah. It was kind of.
I think. I think King Leo.
They never
picked it up.
Sorry.
No, I think he picked it up because he
Yeah.
was posting a story about it like during the postseason, and the Miami Heat team store had like clearance, like everything was like 50% off, and I was almost gonna get that Floridians jersey for I think there was a Jason Williams or Alonzo Mourning, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made a D Wade authentic jersey. That's funny.
It's weird because they just made like
Bosch.
Yeah, they made Bosch, and then they did the authentic of the alternate Nuggets with the AI and the Mellow. So I was like, oh, where the hell
they
is
probably
that?
will at some point, I would imagine. Like when he goes into the hall, maybe they'll make some or something like that.
Yeah, I would imagine like a year or two. No,
Yeah.
latest.
That's if Wade lets them make it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
very
fact
true.
that They did that tribute jersey. At least there's like conversations and connection there. So, you know, maybe like I said, when he goes into the Hall of Fame, maybe they'll drop a couple of his jerseys to kind of like while he's in the news and people are hyped up. So
Right. Hey Neil, I see you in the waiting room, man, but I can only let 6 people in at a time. So let me get some of these guys. And Mike, I see you connected as well. Let me just get some of these guys' thoughts, and then we'll try and get some room to rotate the audience in here, man. But shout outs to everybody that's tuning in. The topic of discussion in today's episode is just the thoughts of the Jersey game and just the overall Jersey community on YouTube today. I mean, everybody here, I mean, you've all shared your guys' thoughts on it, but if you guys want to tap in and also share your thoughts, you know, the link is here. You know, just if you're in the waiting room, I'll try and get you on as soon as possible. But Big John, you are the newest person that joined the chat, man. So you have anything you want to say in regards to the subject today?
Man, I love the Jersey community. You know, I love making Jersey videos. You know, as you guys know, I'm still new. you know, and honestly, I love it. You know, I love meeting all my fellow Jersey heads. It's always cool, you know, connecting with you guys. And, you know, I watch all y'all's videos, you know, Rez, man, you know, you bring the heat, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, dude.
Yep, and Pascal, man, I've seen some of your videos as well, man. I love your Ken Stabler jersey vid, man. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
We're the true example, man, of I feel like of civil sports fans, because I can't even really have a civil conversation with a person who's a Raiders fan or even a person who's a Patriots fan. Like, it just yes, I know it's crazy. Like, I got a new pickup and it's a Patriots jersey. I'm not going to say what Patriots jersey it is, but people don't want me to wear it. They are just like, don't put that on. Don't do a review on it. It's pointless. What the hell? And it's just like, it's like political, man. But it's just like, at the end of the day, I'm a sports fan and I appreciate. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain jerseys that of teams I feel like I just like the animosity like of the fan base is just too deep and it's dangerous. Very dangerous.
I will say this: I'm enjoying being in a panel for once where there's no trash talk involved. It's quite peaceful.
Don't get M Diddy started.
No, this ain't a topic for that, man. It's all love here, dude. So
I'm just pointing out how enlightening it is.
Oh yeah, I try to get along with everybody, you know, whether it's a Packer fan or a Lions fan or whoever it is, I get along great with them. At least I try.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely, man. So, like, in regards to so like pickups, like what do you have on your list, Big John?
All right, for pickups, man, I would love to get an '89 Jerry Rice.
Okay.
A powder blue.
Love that.
A powder blue
Solid.
LT. Somehow or another, I can never find that jersey in my size. It's always smaller sizes.
Like, which LT are you referring to, LaDainian or Lawrence Taylor?
I'm talking
There's
about
only one baby blue LT, bro.
There's like a mod, like I forgot what like when they actually started wearing that jersey, but it was like they modified the Chargers jersey. Like the bolt was like more modernized. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't remember.
Like the 2007 ones.
Yeah, they did it later. Like, wasn't the powder blue supposed to be kind of like a throwback to like their like the Lance Allworth days and stuff like that? Because it kind of looked similar, and then they did like another version of it, like a more modern day.
Yeah, with their modern jersey.
I think I know which one you're talking about. It had like a different style number to it. It wasn't like the athletic numbers.
Yeah,
like three-color font, like 3-color numbers.
Right, right. Yeah, I've been trying to get the set of those because I know they made like the white one. They did like the navy blue one that like Saga wore.
Yeah, there were 3 of them. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like the collar, the way it looked.
The collar? Oh yeah, it was kind of weird. I know.
Yeah.
I think their new set is dope though. Like I wouldn't mind picking up some of the stuff off their new set, but
their jerseys are unbelievable. Like
we talked about, you know, I think you can only get like 1 or 2 of the colors. So I don't know if you can get them at SoFi, like if you go there, but
right. All right, so we've been on here for an hour and a half. I don't want this live to go too long, but I did want to cover a few more things. I did want to talk about the jersey and the movie that I have on today. For those of you who are wondering, this is the new Space Jam, new Legacy jersey that LeBron James and the rest of the Toon Squad wore. What are your guys' thoughts on the film, and have you seen it?
Can I go first before everybody starts? Can I go first? I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate about this.
Very passionate about Space Jam, man.
Floor is yours,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go first real quick. First of all, you should have. No. Don't put me on big screen. I want everybody's reaction because I got to see. All right. No. First of all right. There's a couple things I want to say. First of all, like that, it's supposed to be a kids movie.
Yes.
Hands down. It's supposed to be the enjoyment for kids.
Yes.
As adults and people just shit. People hate the movie because they hate LeBron sometimes. That's the reason sometimes I think people hate the movie.
Yeah.
1, Go back and watch the original Space Jam. It's nostalgic to us because we grew up on that, right? If you watch it, and then it never aged well. If you watch it now, it kind of sucks. It's like 10 minutes of basketball if you really think about it. It's very nostalgic. It's great when it came out. McDonald's was fucking giving commercials everywhere, and the movie was alright. If you watch it now, is not like, oh my god, this movie's amazing. First of all, none of these movies are not Oscar nominated or anything like that. It's a kids movie. LeBron is great. The new one is great for today's kids, for today's technology, for today's everything. I think it was a good movie. Both Jordan and LeBron suck at acting. That's something that they're equal at. They're not both good actors. As far as the basketball, the whole concept of it, it makes sense for today's age. And there was a lot of basketball, which is pretty dope. I really thought the whole basketball thing, the concept, the whole storyline was kind of dope. The acting was horrible. The effects were fucking dope. You know, still had that nostalgic feel with with the Matrix and all that stuff. And that's it. And remember, we're all adults, and I think people hate the new Space Jam because it comes back to the Jordan LeBron people. It always comes back to that. If Jordan would have really appeared in the movie, I think that people would have been like, oh, it was all right, it was pretty dope, but it was Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. I think the uniforms are way better.
You talking about the new ones? They're better?
I like those.
These ones over the old school ones? The original
yeah,
ones?
I don't know if you noticed, they were wearing the old school ones until like
and then they switched them on. Yeah,
that
like
one,
those. The
that
colors are
jersey
dope.
is dope. I would get one myself.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie a lot. You know, I went and saw it last weekend, and it was fun. Of course, I wore the rookie LeBron, the Reebok one.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, how about you guys? The rest of you guys want to share?
I watched it. I thought it was. I kind of agree with a lot of what Albert said. I think the coolest thing about this movie is there are people that are my age and like Albert's age that have like kids now or nieces and nephews that they may have already watched the original Space Jam with, and like now there's a new Space Jam out with like a current NBA player. I think that's kind of cool. You know, like if you have a kid or a niece or nephew that's between the age of like 7 to 12, I think that's cool, man. Gives you something to talk about and like, you know, connect with them on like, and it kind of connects to sports, right? So I think anytime you can do that, it's cool. Like for me, the movie itself, I thought the villain was a little weak. Don Cheadle, like being like an AI computer, I was kind of, I didn't love that. I would have rather had the aliens back, but but I mean, I thought like Albert said, the effects were really cool. And then I felt like the whole movie, LeBron was screaming, like he was like,
right.
But I thought it was all right for what it was, man. You know, I mean, like Albert said, it's not going to get any Academy Award buzz, and obviously, but for a kids movie, you know, if you had like a kid that was interested in sports or cartoons, like, you know, it's cool. And it had some jokes in there for the parents too. I mean, these that are making the movies, they're not stupid. Like they know that it's a kids movie primarily, but they know the target demo for the people that are bringing the kids to the movie. So they threw some jokes in there for us and like some references to other film franchises that we picked up. Like if you looked in the crowd, you could see like a bunch of Easter eggs and stuff. So it was all right.
What were your thoughts on the like the other players on the Goon Squad, like Dame?
Oh man, that was
Kronos and you know all those.
I wish they would have showed them more. I think they should have showed them more instead of having that little quick clip. I know it's the technology thing with the phone. I'm like, what the fuck, like with the phone thing. But I wish they were like more involved. It was dope to see Taurasi. You know, I'm from Connecticut, so to see Taurasi, I know they had, you know, the Smash Brothers. You know, the whole concept was dope. Like the concept was dope, but I wish they were more involved. I think the dopest scene out of all of them, it had to be when Dame, you know, Dame time, like Dame, you know, like Dame Lillard, the whole time thing. That shit was that was creative. That was dope. And the whole thing with the eyebrow, with the that was pretty funny. But I think the players, they should have had more. I think they should have more scenes. So
yeah,
like, I don't
do you
know.
think 20 years from now there'll probably be a Space Jam 3 or whatever?
20 years from now, there's gonna be a generational player that people are gonna be like, yo, it's gonna be LeBron or this player. You know what I'm saying? So in 20 years, it's gonna be the Jordan thing is gonna go away, and it's gonna be LeBron and this other player, and they're probably gonna be in Space Jam 3. It's gonna happen regardless. It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna be better than LeBron.
Shaking my cane at him, going, "MJ's the GOAT."
Yeah.
With your cane and shit, and your walker.
And I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be in my 60s, like, nah, LeBron, young buck. LeBron, there's gonna be some guy named Sal Cummings, and like, no, Sal Cummings is the best player ever, and it's gonna have he's in Space Jam 3. You know, it's gonna happen regardless, man. Because before Jordan, who we had, like Will Chamberlain, people were talking about Will Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? So in 20 years, we're gonna have somebody else we're gonna compare somebody else to. But it's not instead of being comparing to Jordan, they're gonna be comparing him to LeBron. So it's gonna happen, man. These athletes are getting scary, bro.
Yeah, it's already happening in football with Patrick Mahomes. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Like, first of all, the Monstars would smash the Goon Squad if they played straight up.
That I would agree.
And I know there are a lot of people that were crazy shocked that I wasn't gonna get the LeBron Space Jam jersey, but I don't know, man. Like, to me, it's about like what they wear on the court, and I'm good. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The jersey that I have on, I actually did not pay retail for it. I got it well below retail, which is what compelled me to buy it. But I was like waiting at first. By the way, guys, if you guys want to get the jersey, Nike fully restocked on this, so there's a full size run now. But yeah, I wasn't gonna buy it originally, and I was like telling my girl, I was like, I don't know if I want the jersey, and she's like, oh, I think it's cool, Plus, you have the original one, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'll pull the trigger on it. But then when I wanted to buy it from the Nike site, it sold out. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have got it. And then I found it for below retail. So that's kind of what compelled. But my thoughts on it. Oh, you have something to say?
Yeah, no, man. I'm just saying I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man.
Take care, Mac.
M. Diddy.
Take care, everybody.
Before you leave, man, I wanted to get you on a segment like this, just a one-on-one, and kind of just go over rivalry.
Yeah.
And just kind of know more about you and the brand and what the vision is, dude. Because I know a lot of people hit me up on my Hakeem Olajuwon video I did on your product, and they want to know more about it. So, we'll link up at another day.
Sure.
We'll swap like a time and date and stuff.
Yeah, man. Just let me know. As long as there's a little bit of notice, like I'm pretty flexible, so I'm sure we can figure out a time and work it out.
All right, I'll hit you up, man. And then
Sounds good, man. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in.
Take care, M. Diddy.
Later, man.
Take care, man.
All right, Mighty. You're up, man. You're on here, so thank you for waiting. I'm gonna let you in. What's up?
What up?
In the dark.
What's up, Mighty?
The Mighty fan.
How's everything? Let me get a
we're good, man. We're just
good here.
Talking shop, man. Kind of having a roundtable like you wanted. So we're just kind of talking about right now. The topic is thoughts on the Jersey game today and the community, the Jersey community. But we were talking about the Space Jam film, and kind of like what our thoughts on the jersey and the movie as well. But let me finish my thought on it before I lose it. So, like, for me personally, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was something that was catering to today's generation of youth, because it's like Throwback King mentioned, like, the original one was corny. MJ's acting wasn't like, like Oscar worthy, it was just like he was there, he was there because he was a big star for basketball at the time. And, like, it's the same thing with LeBron today. Is he the best actor? By all means, no. But I give him an A for effort, and also, like, just overall, like, all the other players and athletes for the Goon Squad that, like, contributed to the movie. I wish they had more time for the Goon Squad, because I really wanted to see more of Wet Fire, a.k.a. Klay Thompson. I wanted to see more depth he could have brought to the table. White Mamba was another character I was interested in seeing. but you know, it's LeBron's film, obviously, you know, so he got most of the screen time. But I really did enjoy the moral of the story and like just all the references that you know they brought to that film. And I think it's one of those movies that will age like fine wine. As time passes on, people will learn to appreciate it more. And I almost guarantee you, like 15, 20 years from now, you're going to start to see a bunch of merch pop up again of Space Jam. And then this jersey will be considered like vintage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. But what is your thoughts on it, Mighty? Did you watch it?
Well, they asked Ben Simmons to be in it, but he missed his shot at it. Maybe he'd shoot in a video game. I don't know, but no, I you know, I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I listen. Most movies I watch, I go into it with the thought that okay, just suspend reality, just enjoy it. You know, if I can sit down and just enjoy a movie for a couple hours. I mean, I just watched the movie Freaky the other day with Vince Vaughn, like the slasher comedy movie, and I really enjoyed it. And you know, that's the kind of stuff that I like. But you know, the updated Space Jam was, you know, hey, look, I mean, I can't say I didn't just enjoy sitting down and watching the movie, and I knew what it was going into it. I didn't have great expectations. But the thing I like the most about it, I think, is seeing all the different characters in the stadium that were in the background.
Yeah.
My boss called it like the Ready Player One kind of thing. When you had like Pennywise and the Mask and all these various characters from, you know, various forms of entertainment, you know, as part of the crowd. So that was kind of cool. You know, the movie itself, I mean, it is what it is. The acting was over the top, and that's what you're going to get in a movie like that. I mean, you know, Don Cheadle's character was way over the top, and LeBron was screaming a lot and doing all cartoony mannerisms, but that's what you got to do. I can't say I hated it, and I'm a Jordan guy. You know, I mean, MJ all the way for me. He was my guy growing up, but I respect LeBron. I think he's a tremendous talent. I think he was right to be in this movie as the next, you know, Space Jam face of Space Jam for the NBA. You know, it was all right. You know, and the jersey that you're wearing, it's not a bad jersey. I mean, it's, you know, it's different. It's gaudy. I mean, I think most of us in the jersey game can say, well,
damn it, Rez. Now you make me want to buy that damn jersey now.
I'm surprised you don't, man. LeBron is on the Lakers, so shoot. I mean, gotta support your boy, right?
Yeah, come on, Pistol. If it said Lakers on it, he would be all over it. It can't say it had to say Lakers Toon Squad or something like that.
What about
LA Toon Squad?
POB, what are your thoughts on it, man? Because you've been awfully quiet with them stunner shades, man.
Yeah, no, I saw the movie. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the acting was over the top. Animation was amazing. The special effects were out of this world. Me personally, this is my personal opinion. After watching it, it wasn't bad, but like for me personally, it made the first Space Jam look so much better for me. Because I just watched the original Space Jam last night, and I was like, man, it looks so much better. It was so much better. Because Mike, even though he's not the best actor either, but like he seemed more natural. He wasn't trying to do too much, kind of like how LeBron was in the movie. So that's just kind of like my takeaway on it.
Okay. What about you, Pistol?
I mean, it all I gotta say is it fits with today. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very PG answer. All right.
And it's just it was cool for what it was. But
yeah, cool,
I'll watch it again. It's good.
Okay, that's a positive note. That's a pro.
And the jersey looks dope.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing Bugs Bunny anything because when's the last Bugs Bunny movie that came out for one?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so it's nice seeing Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes again, and seeing AD as part of the monster. That was kind of interesting. the part where he said, "What they do to my boy AD?"
Yeah, that was a good one right there.
And LeBron does scream and fly a lot. It's almost like he's helpless in this film.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. So Mighty, since you're the newest member on the live feed here, man, I wanted to ask you and kind of get your thoughts on it real quick. But basically, the episode that I'm featuring today, I'm focusing on the subject of the thoughts of the Jersey game today, and basically, what are your thoughts on the Jersey community on YouTube?
Sure. Well, I think we're in a good place. Honestly, in the community, I think that as in any community, there's going to be ups and downs. As in any family, there's going to be arguments. There's going to be, not so great times. But I think the better times outweigh that. I think that the cool thing is that, and I know this is really more for YouTube, but we do have a lot of different outlets where we can, spread the passion. I think the community as a whole is cool because there's a lot of uniqueness to this community. I've always said that we all have these collections, and not two collections are exactly the same. We may have some similar jerseys to each other, but not two collections are going to be exactly the same. Even for people like myself who have a rather large collection, there's a lot of uniqueness to it. There's some custom stuff. There's jerseys that are just personally, important for me that maybe some other people might not see the same or might not have or go somewhere else with their collections. I know we had Sam on here earlier showing his Houston collection, and that's awesome. And we all do our own thing. I know that as far as YouTube goes, there are things that I personally would like to do. I'm going to be working on a series this month, more of like the inside look of a collector. I'm going to kind of, like I've said this before, kind of unveil the curtain and do as best I can with my camera, my phone. I don't have those expensive cameras to use, but I'm going to do what I can, with some editing and kind of maybe do a bi-weekly video for it, kind of show what goes into collecting. It's because like I've always said, and I know a lot of the videos on YouTube, and I think what we're doing here with this format is great. And I'd like to see more of this for sure. But I think a lot of what you see in the collection, and there's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of what you see in the Jersey Heads on YouTube is pickup vids, and I know I do it too. And basically, you see the finished product. Here's my jersey I picked up. Here's the specs about it, blah, 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 what have you. But you don't really see what goes into it, and you certainly don't see the jerseys that you miss out on. So that's one of the things that I would like to bring in my channel, because I've always been fascinated with documentaries. Documentaries has always been something that I've enjoyed. I like the shows that, particularly the sports docs, the 30 for 30s, the Hard Knocks, the all this and that kind of, where they do unveil the curtain and you go inside and you kind of, get an inside look at all of everything that goes on. Now, I don't have a production team walking around with me, so it's just me. But I'm going to try to take, the viewer inside as best I can, and show the trials and tribulations that comes with collecting, because there's a lot of high time, but there's a lot of down too. There's a lot of frustration that goes with it, the things that you miss out on, and why did you miss out on it. It can be a tough thing at times, but I think it's just a fascinating thing. Collecting anything is just a fascination to me, because it takes a certain it takes a certain overcoveness to be able to do it, and you do have to kind of deal with a lot of disappointment to get to those moments of joy. And as with anything, it a lot of ways it's like a drug. I mean, it really is. You cannot get enough of it. As much as you think you can shake it off, you just can't. So there's that side of it too, and that's one of the things that I'd like to bring to my channel. As far as what we talk about as a collective here on YouTube, I understand. Life happens. Things happen. People who were really big into it kind of go away with family and other commitments, and we've seen this in our community on Facebook too. it just happens. It's a part of life. But I think that, for those of us who have, just been on there and kept the grind going, it's been a good thing. And I know all of us here have done it or continue to do it. Are there things that, we can all improve on as a whole in the community with YouTube? Sure. You can say that about anything. But I do, I do think it's above all else. I think it's a very, um, um, I think it's a very uh, uh, good group, solid group, and the positives certainly outweigh the negatives. I would like to see more of this. I would like to see more of a group setting kind of thing. As I've said before, one of the things I'd kind of like to see is like a review, maybe a month and recap about the jerseys that came out, some of the new stuff that came out, and our thoughts about that.
Sure.
Being informative when it comes to, how to spot a fake and what can you do, and these are the kind of things that you want to look for, and just kind of be, as informative as we can, because as we know, I heard you talk about earlier, when you see someone wearing a fake, what do you do? I mean, me personally, I tend to not really say too much, because to each his own, and it is what it is. They might not just understand. I might, say, hey, that jersey isn't so good, and they're just not going to understand it. And you certainly don't want to say that to the wrong person.
Right. Well,
So,
oh, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, so you do have to be careful in that regard. But at the same time, I think it is important to educate people. And if we can do it on this type of platform on YouTube, which is a great platform, it's always been,
Right.
I think that would be great. I really do.
Sneaker Vision, I do appreciate that. I wanted to highlight a comment that you said earlier in the chat here, where you mentioned, I'm highlighted here. It says, the community, in my opinion, is solid group of folks. Resellers kill it for me. So that's one thing that I do want to talk about just briefly. I feel like we could talk about this on another episode.
Sure.
But like, I'm assuming he's referring to like different other communities. I'm not sure if he's talking about the Jersey game, because obviously with the Jersey game, I feel like there's many avenues and ways that you can get the jersey for a pretty reasonable price most of the time. But like when it comes to like other things, like other communities, like the sneaker community and stuff, and even the hat community has gotten crazy in the last few months. Like obviously Mighty, Pistol, POB. I don't know if you collect other stuff, Big John, but like even with Snacks, like him with the, with the jerseys and the sneakers. Mighty, you got the combo wombos with the hat and the jersey. Like when you see like two of the different communities, like do you see something that's better, essentially? I wouldn't say better, but different than the other community. So like, is there something different from the hat community compared to the jersey community? And then Snacks, like the same thing with the sneaker community and the jersey community. Like what do you see the differences of?
Well, I certainly see it big time in the hat community. The hat community, one of the biggest problems there is you'll have companies that, and look, it's going to happen. They don't have as much stock as some other companies like a Lids might have. And the issue is that these hats have become such a hype beast thing that as soon as these companies, and they promote when they're going to come out, as soon as they hit the website, within seconds they're sold out. And they're sold out mainly because of the resellers, because they're using these bots to get all these hats. So it's becoming increasingly frustrating, and it's been going on for about a year or so now, really since last year, and it's just taken over. And it is crazy. Now there's so many different outlets to find them, so if you miss out on something, you might be able to get it elsewhere, maybe in another style or what have you. But a lot of these hats have it is just taken over, and it's big. And the fitted game is crazy. There's so many outlets for them. They're everywhere. And there's a demand for it. And a lot of these flippers are getting them for the retail price, and then they're turning them around on secondary markets for $100, $150, $200, whatever dollars. I don't buy them for that much, but obviously some people do because it just continues to happen. And like I said, the biggest problem with that is supply and demand, is the stock. These stores, a lot of these stores, which are actual stores in New York, and they have these online sites, so their stock online isn't going to be as much because they are selling stuff in store. But when they put them on the site, and when they drop them on the site, they're gone in seconds, and it's like you really don't have a great shot at them because of all the resellers, because of the bots. And in the Jersey game, as far as how it goes for the Jersey game, there is a little bit of a similarity to that as far as some of the newer releases for Mitchell and Ness. A lot of times you'll see these drops on Mitchell and Ness's site for the new releases, and they sell out real quick. And it doesn't matter if it's an authentic jersey.
Hey, Mighty, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, Mighty, but I believe you wanted more of like a community answer. Like, I understand the whole sellout, but as far as the community itself, I saw the people that are in the hat game and the people, like, I would like to hear your opinion. I know you're talking about the hats in general, but I would like to hear more about the community itself compared to the jersey community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I should have clarified that a little bit. I apologize.
I thought that they were asking about what the problems were with the keeping things in stock and if it was similar in the Jersey community.
No, yeah, I should have clarified that a little bit. But yeah, thank you.
That's my bad. You know, when you get older, you tend to. But no, as far as the two communities go, and again, apologies on that, but as far as the two communities go, it's very similar. Anytime you have a group of people who have a passion for something and share a passion for something, you're going to have your ups and downs, but for the most part, it's a solid thing. And people in that community are very, very open armed. They welcomed me in last year on the group on Facebook. I've also been a part, of course, of Views from the Vault with the fellas there. And listen, I mean, I share a passion with them about the hats. Now, for me, it's mainly to pair up the hat and jersey, the jersey hat combo wombo. It's very important for me. But those guys, what I see the similarities with those guys in this group here, absolutely. And the main thing that I will say about as far as being similar is passion. Those guys, like this community, are just so passionate about these hats. And to the point where some of them are, as we know that some in this community are with the custom game, some of them are the ones that help to create some of the designs for some of these hat companies to make their hats. And they sell their own, they sell their own hats. I mean, there's the Capologist is one. That's Leon's group. Pierre has a company called, I believe that's Good Hats, where he will sell his company, the people he works with will sell some hats, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like a custom game there too, as we know with Mac does it with Rivalry. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities, and like I said, the biggest one is just the straight passion that they have for it. And sometimes with that passion, there can be issues in the group, and there can be some, ground swelling at times. But the people in that group are tremendous, and I consider them family as I consider this group family. And that's facts.
All said.
Factuals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are family.
Snacks, I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you were away when I said it, but like in regards to like the sneaker game and the jersey game, man, I know you kind of touched on this a couple of times, but like, what's your insight on it? Like, what are the differences of the community of both the jersey game and the sneaker game?
I think the sneaker community don't even call it a community anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they lost some people. Now I'm gonna say every sneakerhead has lost touch on the community part of the sneaker game, but the sneaker game is completely different now, and there is different levels in the sneaker game and how people collect, how people's it is a cutthroat hobby when it comes down to it, because everybody's out for theirs. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can't even get theirs when it comes to, like, what Mighty was saying with the hat is exactly how the sneaker game is. It's cutthroat. It's bots. It's I'm gonna get mine before you get yours type deal. And I think that the community word is not used even anymore in the sneaker game. It's a sneaker game. I think that's the big part of it, is a game. And I think yeah, we have huge sneaker YouTube pages and stuff like that. And I'm part of those communities too. But sneakers is like secondhand. It's about starting and seeing what you got. You know what I'm saying? And I got those. And in the jersey game, it's not like that. I feel like it's more like a community. It's more about looking out for each other, getting excited about Rez finding his grail. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being, instead of like, yo, Rez got his grail. That's what's up. Shout out to Rez. It'll be more like, oh, damn, Rez, you got lucky, man. You got those. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I got mine. It's like it's just a different feel to it. I think that's the biggest comparison. To me, the jersey community is actually a community.
Yeah, it's because the sneakers and the hats, it's become more of a competition. It's not a community, it's a competition. It's like, oh, I bet you I can get this, quicker than you can. That's exactly what it is. It's an unnecessary competition because, like you said, every time someone gets a new pickup right here in the jersey community, we say, oh man, we're happy for them. Like, say they got a grail of theirs, something that they've always wanted, and we give them their props. And when it comes to sneakers and hats, man, people are just so they set it off, and it's so unnecessary, man. It's a real problem.
You'll also get a lot of people in the hat groups that help others. People ask if there's a hat available. A lot of times, people who go to regularly, who go to Lids, who go to some of these shops, Hat Club or whatnot, they'll post on the group, "Hey, I'm here if anyone wants something," and they'll just sell it to them for retail plus shipping. So they're not looking to make an extra buck. I mean, I recently got a hat that's very difficult to get, dropped and sold out in seconds, and Pierre had an extra one. And he found out I was looking for it. He hit me up. He said, "Hey, I have this. If you want, I'll give it to you for retail, free shipping." And I said, "Absolutely, Pierre. I'm just very thankful for that." And in any group, in jerseys, hats, sneakers, whatever it is, listen, this is clothing, and it's a popular brand of clothing. There's going to be resellers. There's going to be people who are in it just for the money. And though I understand that is something that I don't do. I don't think of doing something like that. But it's out there. I'm not blind to it. And I understand that it's something that, some people feel a certain kind of way about. I mean, I do the eye roll a lot sometimes when I see a price of a jersey that I saw on eBay and someone's trying to make a hustle and putting it up there and, oh, here it is for, twice what they paid. But unfortunately, you're going to have that. You're going to have that in any group when there's items of something that is sellable. You're going to have that, and we just happen to like something.
And there is a big difference because the jersey game, there's no flip to it. I can't buy I know this. I know there's like one person on eBay that fucking sells jerseys at ridiculous prices that we won't pay, but I can't buy a Mitchell and Ness jersey today that sells out today and turn around and make double the profit on jerseys. That's just not the way the jersey game is run. Any jerseys that I've sold, I've never sold over retail. I sell my jersey between like 125, 150. The retail for Mitchell and Ness be like 300, and $250 and $300, depending on the rarity of the jersey and stuff like that. That's a whole different ballpark. But as far as a new China run jersey, I'm not going to double my profit from reselling a jersey. I can either get it for retail or below retail. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the jersey. As jersey heads, we know that, I could find a Joe Montana 49ers jersey anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But nobody can really find that Pro Bowl Randall Cunningham jersey, which that's something that has resale value. But it's like a white whale. It's very, very hard to find at all. And it's one of those jerseys like you want to keep in your collection. But as far as me getting a 49ers jersey off MitchellNess.com and turning around and making triple the profit, that's not going to happen. I think that's the reason the jersey community is not that cutthroat community, because a Jordan comes out yesterday, you can triple your profit the next day. Same as the hat game, you could double your profit. That in the jersey community, there's none of that. There's none of that.
I think the worst that I saw it, and none of us did it, but it was happening in the community, was after Kobe passed. And you had people getting his jerseys and flipping them at crazy prices. Again, none of us did it, but it was pretty prevalent. And I had never seen it like that before. Now, Kobe was one of those all-timers, and him passing way too young was just such a shock to the system. But the fact that people were really benefiting financially off of it, again, I never saw that before. And
but that's like a rare instant, because everything Kobe was reselling.
It was,
like cards,
and certainly the sneakers were
everything.
too. But I can only speak as a jersey head, and I was only looking at the jerseys. So what I saw with the Swingman jerseys going for crazy prices, obviously, I mean, Mitchell and Ness sold out instantly in all the various Kobe jerseys, and then they had the restock, and Fanatics, there was like a wait list to get his jerseys that were available for how many years before. That was kind of a shock to the system, you know, and that's when you saw.
But to me, I'm sorry to cut you off, Mighty, but to me, like when I see the average person trying to flip a Kobe jersey at that time, you know, whatever, make your money. It is what it is. I know morally it might be wrong, but it is what it is. But to me, Mitchell and Ness did the same thing. They never put their Kobe jerseys on sale. They never put their Kobe jersey and Jordan jersey on sale because they sell quick. Before, Kobe jerseys used to be on sale, but after his death, his jerseys never go on sale. They were pumping. Right now, you can get a Kobe Bryant jersey anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get certain jerseys anytime you want. You know why? They're always on stock because they're gonna profit off Kobe Bryant's name. So when the random reseller resells stuff because they're trying to make a profit, you can't knock, like, you gotta knock Nike and Mitchell and Ness, because they were doing the same thing, but they had the rights to his name, and they were pre-selling his jerseys. When have Mitchell and Ness done that? You know what I'm saying? So they were profiting off his name too, just in a bigger stage. But as far as like flipping us jersey has like a Swingman Kobe Bryant champion jersey, that's, you know what I'm saying, like for like $400-$500,
and like
people are willing to pay that price. People are willing to pay that price.
We didn't do it. Us sitting in this group, we didn't do it. But there was a lot of that going on. And I still see it. I mean, maybe not the levels of certain things. But again, listen, Mitchell Ness puts out a drop and it sells out that quick. And then the next thing you know, they're on eBay for twice and triple the amounts. You know, I mean, I see it. You know, I see it. And I'm not none of us do it. Maybe it is only one or two sellers on eBay. But again, that's enough. I mean, you know, to sell out of stock of sizes within a half hour, an hour, or whatever it is, to me is just nuts. Just to try to sell them on eBay for crazy numbers, it happens, but it happens in all walks of collecting.
Real quick, Mighty, I don't mean to cut you off, but we have Mike who's in the waiting room. He's been in the waiting room for a while. I want to try and get him on, but I can only have 6 people on here.
But I'll go ahead and bounce. But it was good talking to you guys. Great having me on your panel, Rez. Thank you.
Always appreciate it, man. Salute to you.
Take care, bro. Mighty. Take care.
Yo, Pistol, I got something in the mail for you on the way coming right now.
Oh, appreciate that, bro.
Oh, he just left. Mike just bounced. I don't know where he went, but
oh man,
I was gonna get him on here. Let me highlight some comments real quick. Same thing happened with MJ after
all the Bulls jerseys.
Especially when the Last Dance came out. Oh my God, the Jordan stuff went crazy as well. And because I got a bunch of offers for both of my Jordan jerseys. I have the Mitchell and Ness USA and the Champion Authentic, and I got good offers, but I just couldn't do it. Because I need those Jordan jerseys. They're way too hard to come by.
Yeah. You know, that's one of those things too, man. Is like, you know, like a lot of these like manufacturers, especially Mitchell and Ness, because they do make Kobe and Jordan jerseys, but it's like they know when to capitalize on certain players and jerseys. Like they know, like when baseball season started, man, like literally like all the BPs that everybody wanted, like restocked on a huge level, and then everybody started buying them and gobbling them up.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with with the NBA, man. Like everybody, when the Bucks were in the finals with the Suns, they started like selling all those Ray Allen, with the deer on it, and just start putting them out there and trying to gobble it up. And then even with like a lot of teams, like when they're in the playoffs or in the finals, or if it's not opening season, they're always going to have those jerseys and those teams that are highlighted, man. It's a marketing.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the blessing of it is, when those teams are in the finals, you're going to see more of their jerseys available. I remember I told Big Slim, I told him that I'm going to get that Deacon Jones Rams Mitchell Ness jersey the year the Rams were in the Super Bowl versus the Patriots, because I said I know one's going to hit. In fact, one did hit. He alerted it to me when I was waiting in line outside Mitchell and Ness store for their sale, and I grabbed it on eBay. So
right. I just wanted to highlight real quick, Mike, man, what's up, dude? Thank you for tuning in.
How you doing, gentlemen? Rez.
What's going on, Mike?
Rez. How you feel?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just having this stream here Wednesday nights, man, and just kind of talking and conversing with other fellow Jersey heads and YouTubers here. But yeah, man, the subject of today is the thoughts on the Jersey game today, and just like the overall community of Jersey heads on YouTube, man. Do you have anything you wanted to say or throw out there? I could give you a minute.
I understand, because I'm low on battery time too.
Oh, it's all good, man.
As far as the state of the game, it's kind of hard for me to gauge now. Not to mention managing one of my groups, but this generation, some of you young guys, it's more about perception, I suppose. I probably need more time to really articulate my sentiments. I'll say this: one group I was in, one member got pissed off at me for removing my own remarks. That blew my mind. I didn't get that. He said he felt that he wasted his time expressing himself in my remarks, and I had no right to remove my own remarks. What?
So what Jersey page do you run?
I can't think of it now, but I did take screen grabs of the posting. I don't recall the name.
Appreciate you, Sneaker Vision, for tuning in.
Hey, Rez, I gotta go, man. It's been fun talking to y'all, man. I got service tomorrow, Mighty, man.
All right, Big John. Hey, appreciate you like always, bro, man. Keep up those pickups. Keep them coming, man. And I appreciate you tuning in, bro. Every Wednesday, tune in, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Hey, Rez, one more thing, bro. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means, man.
The minister, Big John.
What does that mean?
Yeah, man. Great talking to y'all guys, man.
All right, dude.
Bye.
Take it easy,
Later,
bro.
man. Good night.
Be easy, man. Yeah, so that's one of those things where just kind of like with Mike, what he was saying. I'm not saying that everybody in the Jersey community is genuine and nice as us, because like obviously there's always it always takes that one knucklehead, man, to really just kind of ruin it for all of us, But I will tell you from personal experience, of all the communities that I've been a part of, I think the Jersey community is one of the most genuine and like open-armed community that I've been a part of, because I don't sense any like level of like animosity or like jealousy like with people in this community. Like there's people that I've seen have sent me links of stuff that they want for their collection, but they can't buy it for whatever reason, because they might be going through some financial problems at the time. They probably can't pull the trigger, but they'd rather have it go to somebody else, even though they want that jersey, and that to me, man, that's love. Like in the sneaker game, I don't see that. It 9 times out of 10, it's always like, I'm gonna buy it first. I'm gonna snipe bid at this guy. I'm gonna get it first. So it's just one of those things, man, that gets really kind of lost in translation. But you just got to be able to find the good in the community, man. And I can tell you this from personal experience: the jersey community, it's easy to find. It's easy to find good, solid people in the jersey community. So that
no doubt,
man, because that's very disappointing to hear.
Excuse me for the bad lighting. I'm trying to show off some recent pickups.
Yeah, let me highlight your video real quick. All right, what you got? That's what's up.
Nice, Phoenix Suns.
You got like almost every team with your last name on there, dude. That's dope. That's cool.
Oh, in that same group that the guy tried to be negative towards me, when I showed off some of my jerseys, another cat accused me of trying to glorify myself.
What? Yeah, that's a knucklehead mentality to have, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Again, I mean, but at the same rate, and not to sound arrogant, but I've been, so well, Rez, I've been doing this for a long time before most of you cats were born.
Yeah, I remember, man. I remember when I first started out on YouTube, you were messaging me and showing me your collection, man. And you've been around for a long time, bro. No doubt. You and OG.
And it's weirdly, when I think about it, it's kind of amazing. My first piece was my New York Knicks, because I grew up in Knicks. It's amazing, especially when I've given jerseys as gifts, customized to that individual. The look on their eyes, awesome, because they don't think something like this is possible. But in all honesty, if you just simply apply logic to the situation, that's how I've been so successful all these years. Obviously, someone is making them. Who makes them? Contact them.
Right.
The worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
Long story short, I could have had New York Knicks stuff as early as the 1974-75 season, and as I've come to find out, much earlier. Right. I'm getting no feedback, so that's why I'm hesitating. For example, Lakers stuff. Most of you guys know that Tiernan was the company that made the Laker uniforms when they moved to Los Angeles, right? If you didn't know. You could have had exactly what Kareem, Magic, Chamberlain, West wore. Someone posted on eBay decades ago a Happy Hairston uniform that they auctioned off. In his listings, he mentioned that jersey was a part of a group of other jerseys that he and his teammates wore in a rec league game. Rec league, gentlemen. So that right there, that's what I needed to know. You could have had anything. Home road, jersey shorts, purple or gold. I saw on a video a long time ago, some kid, part of some children's show, he was wearing a custom Laker uniform, just like Magic, Kareem, you get the idea. So these jerseys have been available. They just weren't marketed as they have been for the better part, maybe the last 20, 25, 30 years that it's become now. When I was coming up, it was more or less a situation where you had to think to ask. So it's conceivable, whatever style jersey you wanted, conceivably you could get. And even then, it would depend on if that sporting goods store or retailer had it, let alone were they hip to anything like that. Because not all salespeople know everything they have. Now, that's my experience in anything. They don't necessarily know when things are coming, whatever. They may not have the product information and literature from the manufacturers so they can in fact sell. But for the most part, you could have gotten Sixers jerseys that Doug Collins wore in his rookie year. This stuff before that. The place in Philadelphia was Pearson Sporting Goods. They had them. And for most of you familiar with the Knicks, as I posted and mentioned many times, Jerry Cosby. Oh man, that was the Mecca. Trust me. It was like when I walked inside, jerseys, helmets just hanging from the ceilings. Oh man.
Yeah.
And this was
time when I went to the Mitchell Ness store, they used to, because back then they had just these big round circular racks of old run jerseys, because it was around the time they started switching into the China run stuff, but they still had a lot of their older run jerseys on these big round racks. And it was really the only thing in the store. Like, you go in there today and they have a lot of shirts and jackets and all sorts of stuff. When I went to the old store on Chestnut Street, I wasn't at their original store, but the store they got in later on Chestnut Street, it was just racks of old run Mitchell Ness jerseys. Some of the China stuff, but mostly old run. They had them separated by sport. It was just, I mean, you talk about Mecca. That to me, that was amazing. And that's really what just set the whole thing off for me. And yeah.
So I don't want to cut you guys off, but I'm gonna end the stream really soon. But I did want to ask one more question and everybody that's live right now. I guess the takeaway for the last question for this episode before I send you guys off is, what do you guys hope to see in the future from the Jersey community here on YouTube? It's a very open-ended question. I'll give you guys some time to marinate that and get your answer. Oh, you got one already. All right.
For me is consistency within the Jersey community and the people that are making videos, which I'm gonna have to step up my game too. I'm speaking for myself. It's about keeping giving out knowledge and sharing the passion that we all share, and you know what I'm saying, and make this community feel like anybody can join it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it exclusive just to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see more consistency in the Jersey community, and I think we should encourage people to make videos too. You know what I'm saying? And be part of this Jersey community, and having, you know, talks like this and acknowledging that we're out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that know what they're talking about. You know.
Facts.
With that being said, I'm out, man. I appreciate you, Rez. Shout out to the panel. Everybody, yo, if you're watching this, hit the like button. Subscribe to Rez, man. Just keep supporting him. And shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Thank you, Throwback, man. Always appreciate
later,
it.
Snacks. Great talking with you.
So definitely shout outs to Snacks. I will start. I will say my piece, and then I'll let you guys say what you need to say. I think for me, the future of what I want to see from the YouTube or Jersey community is just overall, just everybody really helping each other out here in terms of, you know, our content or whatever it is we're doing on YouTube. It doesn't even have to just be jerseys, like really just overall, like the support of content creators. Because Mike, I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, but I mean, we all kind of have and done, you know, something that was Jersey related. So even if it's not on a YouTube platform, but let's say it's on a different platform like Twitter or Instagram, like just let me know, man. And I'll do everything that I can to help bring you guys up, because I feel like my success is your success, you know, because really, like, I would not be able to have these live streams without you guys, you know, tuning in, the subscribers. I would never have anybody that really would just kind of show that support from other communities. I don't feel like that, you know, like I don't feel like sneaker communities would support me on YouTube, you know, as much as the Jersey community would. And I get it, you know, the fan base, the majority of my fan base on YouTube is Jersey, you know, Jersey heads, which makes sense. But, you know, the future of it, like I would love to see and continue having the Jersey community thrive with us and others as well. You know, I always feel like the circle should always continue to go around in full circle, but it should also expand as we're doing it. Because I think it gives everybody a chance to really shine and show off their collection, man. Like, we have all some crazy collections, but we all have a pretty good idea of what we have. Maybe not for Mighty, because he has like probably everything, but you know, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like we all want to see, you know, and highlights of our collection, you know, whether it's Orioles collection, whether it's my Warriors collection, my 49ers collection, or even POB1 Fools Raiders collection and Lakers collection. And then Mike, you know, I know you have a lot of those jerseys with your customized name on the back. Like, I'd love to see that too on YouTube, man. That's something that's really dope, you know. But yeah, that's kind of my vision, and hopefully I'm very optimistic with it. I'm going to continue doing my part for this community on here, and I'm going to continue using my voice on this platform, and hopefully we could just really see more growth from my channel and everyone else, man.
My channel is Mike H66. I do have some videos, almost a decade old, and you can see a good portion of my NBA collection, all personalized. I really don't do player names. The only two players I would realistically wear, and that's Bernard King and Jackie Robinson. Otherwise, I'm not wearing another person's name. I just find that inappropriate because, for one thing, that's not me.
Right.
It comes down to identity. And at the same way, look, when you get a chance, Rez, and I'll hit you up later, research how and why baseball jerseys started wearing names on the back.
Okay. That might be a topic of discussion for a future episode.
And of course, knowledge. Read. There are books on the subject of sports jerseys, particularly baseball.
Cool. Yeah, will do, man. Appreciate all the knowledge, bro. Everything that you've been hitting me up with. So,
well,
you got
it. I think that I echoing what you guys have said, and Mike, it's wonderful to see you. You're one of the true OGs in this game. Your collection is amazing.
Yours is too, man. I've never seen between you and Mark. I've never seen so many Metro Nesses. I personally do own one, and we gotta do a really super special shout out to Pete Capolino. I'm confident for those who are on the panel, he has helped us out in certain ways. I'm fortunate to have conducted some business with him. Really terribly nice man. I really hope I can meet him someday. Again, for the community, respect and knowledge, and just be open to anything. But again, respect and knowledge. You guys keep on doing what you do.
And I had the privilege of meeting Peter years ago at a function at Mitchell & Ness. He's a tremendous person. He's a very humble guy. And to think
yes, he is.
Think of all the things that he brought to the table and what Mitchell & Ness did for the community. I mean, hey, look, in some regards, if it wasn't for what he did with Mitchell & Ness, a lot of us probably wouldn't be in the game right now. And, you know, it was a pleasure to meet him. I know that Slim keeps tabs with him, and, you know, he's a great guy, and he's very appreciative of people like us who still hold I have a passion for it. And
I text him every once in a while.
But I will say, as far as what I'd like to see with the community here and beyond, you know what? I like the togetherness. I like the things like this, and thank you for doing this tonight, Rez. And I know we had Snacks did it not long ago on his channel. I like the group type of setting. I like, you know, having a basically a roundtable discussion, talking shop, having groups like this, having people being able to join in with the chat, and shout out to the chat on here. You know, because a lot of us have opinions, and we all might have different opinions, and that's fine. We're all going to have our own opinions about things, and it's great to have a platform like a YouTube or an Instagram or a Facebook for us to do that. I would like to see more of this, and like I said before, I would like to see even like maybe an end of month jersey review. This is the stuff that came out. How do we like it? What are our thoughts about it? Because that would be a cool thing to do too. And collabing. I would like to see more collabs. Maybe people get involved in other people's channels and do different things. I know, Rez, you were doing the interview deal for a bit there, and that was a lot of fun. It doesn't even have to be something like that. It could just be talking shop, doing stuff, coming up with challenges like we did in the past. Kind of bringing the community back together again here on YouTube. I know myself. I know what I said about my channel. I would like to do something. I don't have StreamYard, so I probably will do it on Instagram and maybe do like a Jersey Head roundtable, maybe a bi-weekly deal or something like that, maybe on a Friday night or something when there's not a lot going on. And I know sports is starting to ramp up again with football season coming up and everything, but so I would like to do something like that too. But yeah, I think like a group setting is a great thing, and we have a lot of availability these days with YouTube, with Zoom, with what have you, Instagram, and just just talk shop, and to have more of that, because it's a cool thing to do, and I always enjoy the heck out of it. So again, thank you to Rez, and great to see all of you guys here, and again, shout out to the chat. And I guess that's my 2 cents.
Cool. You'll be one fool. You got any last minute things you want to say?
Yeah, like I said, one thing that I definitely do want to see the continuing in the Jersey game with the community, like what everybody said, more togetherness. Where it's a brotherhood, it's a family out here, and like you said, what we said earlier, like just continue to drop knowledge on jerseys, like what people should be looking for, what they should be noticing when it comes to getting into collecting or beginning a collection. Be there to help one another, basically. That's just all what we want. And as far as the jerseys going forward in the near future, become more consistent with the quality, improve the quality of the jerseys. Just listen to your consumers. I just wish that some of these companies would listen more to the consumers, because they know that we're always waiting for new products to drop. I just wish they would listen to more of us. But with the big corporations, who knows? But yeah, man, that's all. It's just to listen more, to teach more, to be there for one another.
To your point, I agree. However, the first people that get some say-so are the athletes themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are actually wearing it to perform to their best, the best of their ability.
Note to the MLB also, note to Nike, lower the price of your authentics. Darn it, for baseball.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Exactly.
It's getting outrageous. It really is, man.
That's way too rich, man. Come on.
Dude, I work at a store where we sell these jerseys for these ridiculous prices. I can't remember a time if I've ever sold an authentic. I probably sold one, and I've been working there for almost a year. So it's ridiculous what they're asking. They're asking price for that MLB jersey.
But that means you have crazy discounts and closeouts.
Yes and no. I'll just leave it at that. Yes and no about the crazy discounts.
That'll be another. That could be another topic that we'll discuss in another episode, man. But
yeah,
I'm gonna remove you guys real quick, and I'm just gonna say my final say on the chat before I end it, man. But it's always a pleasure having you guys and just fellow guests and Jersey Heads kind of converse.
Real
I
quick,
appreciate
Rez,
everyone.
I'm sorry. Is this going to be a weekly deal now, Rez?
It is. So I plan to do these types of conversations every week. However, they're going to be different every week. So I'm not always going to be talking about jerseys.
Yeah.
One week it might be about jerseys. The other week it might just be about like sports or, whatever I dabble the channel with, or like anything like pop culture. And then just overall, like I think what I'm going to do to kind of get a feel for any like possible participants is to create the topics beforehand. That way I'll kind of get a poll, of what people want to talk about and discuss, because, I don't want to have a room where it's just me talking to myself, I mean, if that's the case, then, so be it, and I'll say what I got to say about it. But I always love to have like crowd participation like this. So, obviously, I'll try to keep it fresh and new every week. You know, it'll be a different topic, or you know, just overall like what you said, you know, about the jersey thing. You know, like maybe we could have a recap of the jerseys that came out in this month or something. I really want to talk more. I would like a segment where we talk about those new NBA jerseys that got unveiled. Because I really want to break that down, and I really want to get everybody's thoughts on that.
Please do, because
a little bit.
What you showed earlier, I've heard the Knicks have something new. That was the first I've seen it, so I gotta kind of step it up myself because I'm not as in touch with things because of life, work. You know the deal, Mighty Fan.
Yeah, I know.
But,
although I will say that Steph Curry Philadelphia Warriors-esque jersey, that might be in the collection.
Yeah, no, I definitely I want to get more people in the group like to participate in those types of conversations, because that's a whole new topic that we could just really break down and kind of share our thoughts about it. You know, but yeah, every Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just eager to see who's going to do the Laker City edition, because they always get a Laker legend to design the jersey. So I'm eager to see who's going to do it this upcoming season.
Oh, you didn't know they already unveiled it. It's the In-N-Out jerseys.
Oh, God damn it! I've seen those. It ain't gonna be that. I guarantee that. But I'm eager to see which legend is going to do it this year. They always get a legend to design it.
We could break this subject down so many ways, man. It's insane, and considering how Nike is marketing things, as I mentioned during the chat. Why did they get away from home and road and call the associations, or the home jerseys or the road jerseys?
Let's talk about that in another episode, man. Because we're treading on 2.5+ hours on this stream, and it's still going. So I know people out on the East Coast, like you guys, it's like almost midnight over there, man. So
yeah, I should get to bed. I have work tomorrow.
So definitely just remember, guys, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time Standard, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing these lives. You know, and it'll be a different subject or subjects that we'll be having every week. Sometimes I'll have a guest. You know, and I'll have I'll probably interview them one-on-one, and then have you guys participate and stuff and ask questions. If you guys have any questions about that, but it's going to be fresh, man. I really do like the turnout and how this really turned out. You know, shout outs to everybody in here, man. I think there was like a total of 30 people at one point that were in here.
Wow.
Participating. Yeah, that's a lot of participation, man. So I'm really thankful and humbled that you guys are taking time out of your busy schedule and busy night to pop in and see me talk with my craziness.
Shameless plug, but make sure to tune in to my channel, Mighty Mouse 78. And like I said, I'm going to have that inside look at a collector series coming out pretty soon, later this month. And also make sure to find me on Instagram at Mighty Fan. Like I said, I'm hoping to do a roundtable-esque type deal, maybe a bi-weekly deal on there. So we're going to have a lot of fun. And thank you again, Rez, and shout out to you and POB and Mike and everyone else who was in here, Snacks, Big John the Minister, all you guys. Shout outs to everyone in the community.
What he said.
I appreciate you guys, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget, again, every Wednesday, guys, I'll be here. And hopefully everybody else, man, and more.
We appreciate you, Rez.
Yeah, man.
All right. Salute.
Have a great night, guys.
All right, take it easy, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm going to cut the stream here. I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that participated in my live stream here, man. I really do appreciate it. Like from the bottom of my heart, man, this turned out really good. I thought it was going to be less people that participated, but no, man, you guys came, you guys brought the questions. You know, we all talked shop about this subject matter here, man. So I'm gonna end the stream here, man. It's getting kind of late, and I got work in the morning. So I'm gonna say it one last time, guys. Please check it out every Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be hosting these types of conversations and different topics every Wednesdays, guys. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Shout out to everybody. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, please don't forget to do so. YouTube.com/Rezrection. You can see it right there if you're watching from YouTube. Also hit the bell notification to stay up to date as soon as I post. So you'll be notified immediately if I post anything, if I go live, you know, if I make a video, or just a live stream, you will be notified. So please hit that bell. That's all I got for you guys. One last time, I'm going to show you the jersey I'm rocking tonight. The Toon Squad LeBron James jersey from the new Space Jam, a new legacy film. That's it, man. I'm signing out from the Bay Area. Rez, we'll see y'all next week. Peace out, y'all. Take care.